Last time on D&D, you guys went to a very interesting.
I didn't.
Oh right, yes, you did not because you were on the boat.
He was playing a squid.
Yeah, 90% of you guys were at the let's say execution, quote unquote, of Nero, the Paladin. However, through the grace of the literal goddess, he was saved, but he was in fact banished instead from not the seas entire, but their seas, which they did not specify exact area. So there was that. After Nero did an interesting explosion of an arm, he then catapulted the rest of his stone arm to essentially create a headstone for the large beast that nearly took him along with. In that moment, you guys started swimming back up with the assistance of the Marrow and his other beast. You guys eventually got to the boat, and getting to the boat, you guys saw that it was being attacked by a kraken under the control of a kraken priest, and through a very single round, managed to impale the entirety of this man.
Annihilate him.
Essentially, yeah, annihilate him, bring him to the point where he was literally skewered and slammed onto the deck of the boat without even a second thought. You guys got pretty much, yeah. You guys freed the kraken essentially, but you guys did find out that this kraken priest himself was under the influence of some worm-like creature, which you guys have seen before. And in this, you were able to ask him a few questions after he was being brought back to life. Through magical means, to ask him where was he, or what was he doing, and why, and who he worked for. Which he
resurrected him?
No, you guys did speak with the dead. Yeah.
I was there.
No, you were not.
It was Jangle not there, right?
Yes, Jangle was not there. Well, Jangle was there, but Josh, the player, was not.
It was only Nero, Elto, Bell, Zephra, Sora, and Durlek.
No. Literally every single person was there. The only person who wasn't there, like physically, was Josh, because he had to leave at the time.
And Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Josh and Daniel were not there at the time. However, what was said, or the main meat of the thing was that this creature, this kraken priest, was under the guise of a much more powerful being named the One from Beyond, and in doing so, you guys also learned you had a divine intervention of sorts, where Elto was taken over by Melanie to speak upon this measure.
Was Bell there?
Dude.
She was, yes. In hearing what was happening, she told you that Lilith, the goddess of spiders, and she happens to be taken over, or at least corrupted in some way. And because of this, because of some prior matters, she would like all of you to partake in freeing her in some way. You guys are unsure of exactly how this is going to happen, but she said that your answers will all come to the lands of Okulala and the Shattered Plains. Once you guys get to there, they all will be revealed to you then.
Wait, we have to fight a goddess?
No, we're going to try and find one and rescue her.
But she's corrupted.
He's corrupted and under control.
You guys are still on the ship.
Where am I? Like, where's Jangle?
Everyone is on the ship right now. You are all awakening from your from a long night's rest.
So we had a long rest.
Yes,
obviously.
correct.
Hell yeah.
Some of you are still licking your wounds. Nero, you try to rub your eye, but then you remember that your arm is gone, so you use your other arm.
I'm leaving your net mage hand.
Yeah, fair. So you all eventually get to the mess hall, in which the chef is currently plating out some of the regular means. You guys do in fact still have every now and again there seems to be a few potatoes that seem to be carved in sculpted in ways. He made quite a few, and he tends to continue to make them.
What if you just had Mage Hand as like sitting next to you with your empty hand?
That's funny. As you guys are all huddled around the table, Captain Loren, as well as her crew, start to quickly finish their food and get up, and they start to man their stations. Would you guys like to have any conversations, or would you guys like to just continue the journey?
If you're any more surprises, I think we'd like to make land.
That was pretty cool. You see what's wrong, Nero?
Here's the best part. I don't know what's gonna happen next.
When's he going back?
I don't know if it will.
Oh.
I mean, it's been damaged before and regenerated, but I've never, completely annihilated it from the inside before. So I don't know. Depends on how persistent the curse is.
Did it hurt some?
No. It don't got pain sensors or anything like that. I wasn't even trying to load up. Here's the best part. I just sent way too much energy through it and overloaded it, which I didn't know happened.
I think it was silver.
So given that I accidentally exploded it, somewhat intentionally, I have no idea. Although if it's removed my curse, then I guess I'm gonna change one of my objectives.
And what exactly was this curse?
Do not piss off a hag from the hills. They don't take kindly.
I thought everyone knew that as just a fact of life.
I grew up in a very small town in the middle of nowhere. We never even seen one before. I thought she was just really ugly.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and even the merchants that came through my village would tell a story of hags.
I've
I
never
guess I
heard
thought
any
she
story
was
of
just a
hags.
really ugly witch.
What did you do to piss off this hag?
I got in her way.
Why am I going to even bother asking? I keep forgetting that you're a moron.
She was trying to do harm to the village, so I distracted her with shenanigans. Because she would not murder my fellow townsfolk, and they eventually agitated her in a very severe fashion.
Why was she even attacking your village in the first place?
Oh, someone pissed off a landlord and wanted to buy the land. The mayor didn't sell, so he made a deal with the devil. The devil sent the hag. It was a whole thing.
How do you feel?
I didn't. I just got really lucky that she was really shitty with her aim.
In this moment,
What about this moment?
how do you feel?
I'm great. I'm doing great.
You didn't even bother asking.
I mean, physically I'm doing great. Mentally and emotionally I'll get back. But physically I'm okay.
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 To be honest, the cursed arm never felt like anything. It wasn't like it was burning or electrified or anything, so I can't tell if it's trying to come back. It's been damaged in training before, Bits of it have been knocked off, but it always seemed to recover. But it's never been fully explodified from the inside with divine energy. That's the new trick. So I don't know what's going to happen now.
The real question is Elto okay? Was he possessed or something?
Oh, yeah, your wife called. What's going on with that?
Yeah, are you feeling better after what happened last night?
How's the missus?
Shut up, moron.
Not a chance.
still in that state of
You sure?
just. I really don't know how to comprehend a lot of things. After realizing I was breathing underwater, I saw an underwater civilization. I saw a giant squid-like creature being controlled by yet another sorcerer who was controlled by that, and then Melanie possessed my body. I think this is definitely a lot that I'm not used to dealing with.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's
What do you think about that bell?
Not really that weird.
Quite an interesting experience. I've heard of, well, I've heard of gods and goddesses intervening before, and quite in speaking to the gods. I've never quite had the experience of having the gods literally speaking through someone before. So this is quite an interesting experience, not to say the least.
I guess
Though, what does concern me, we're going to be freeing the goddess of spiders.
Huh?
Yep.
What's wrong with her?
who is corrupted as well.
Which is a whole new experience.
Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that having the goddess of spiders, technically speaking, on our side isn't exactly the worst plan in the world, but she's not known for playing nice. So, unless you are completely under her control, let alone her kingdom of spiders, I don't know if we can trust her. Frankly speaking, I don't know if we can trust her. She kind of looks over at you, Elto, and hushes her voice. I don't know if we can trust this plan.
We have a plan.
I don't know.
The plan to save this Lilith?
I thought of that more as like a vague objective. I didn't
Will
really
Lilith be in the Shattered Plains?
Unfortunately, I don't think we have another, and though I do agree with you, I don't, and truthfully, I don't know much of anything about this Lilith, and I'm going to assume that unless you are a drow or a spider, she is not going to like you.
She tends to be very cruel to her people, unless you are a female drow. If you are not a female drow, you are but servants, and you are more or less abominations to her.
What's a drow?
It's essentially
Spicy elf.
They're elves that live in the Underdark.
What the heck is that?
Underground.
you'll understand when you see one.
Alright.
Well, I'm already not a fan of gods and goddesses, and I'm liking this Lilith
Me neither.
less and less. Why are we even going after her again? Please remind me why this is even a good idea to begin with.
So we're
at
going
the
to Shattered
very
Plains.
Because it could solve the worm problem we're having.
Well, we don't know if the worms are connected to her, but at the very least, we know the enemy, whoever they are using her in some fashion, so we can deprive them of that weapon.
And how are we even going to get her on our side? For one thing, if she's corrupted, and even if she's not corrupted, from what Belle just said, none of us are drow, so how the fuck are we even going to get her on our side?
But 3 of you are female.
I'm not a drow.
Female drow.
Oh,
We don't
specific.
gotta get her on our side. We just need to remove her from the enemy's control. If that means we free her, great. If that means we kill her, whatever works, so long as we remove her from their toolkit.
How?
that actually
Didn't
is
Didn't
true.
Melanie say we were just supposed to get her to Melanie?
Oh,
We trust Melanie. In the loosest of sense.
I believe she said that we needed to free her for her, not free her with her. I don't think that Melanie herself has the power, let alone the ability to save Lilith. Frankly speaking, if she could, why wouldn't she just be able to do it right now by herself?
She's right.
Why does she want Lilith anyway?
Why? If Melanie could, why talk to us about it? Why not do it herself?
A lot of the gods have to have avatars to act in order to
Yes.
get their will.
Yes.
But why does she want Lilith anyway?
She could be on just.
She just wants her free. She didn't say on her side, make her her friend, be her ally.
She said.
I am curious to know that we are going into unfamiliar territory towards an already hostile goddess that is corrupted. We have no idea what this corrupted version of the goddess is capable of. We don't know if she's going to attack us, how powerful she is, what she's capable of, like how we are able to get her out of their influence, if we can even break the corruption from her. And Nero, if you say that we are to kill her, again, I repeat, goddess, how exactly would we do that?
It depends. Now, killing her permanently, that's difficult, but if she's been made to manifest in a physical form, you can usually kill those the same as anything else.
Albeit very difficultly, but he does have technically sound logic.
Sound logic.
God's on like a different plane of existence in itself.
That's what he said.
If it's been made manifest in our reality, it has to abide
Right.
by our reality's rules.
So if she's manifested here, it could explain why Melanie can't save her.
Yeah, a lot of the gods are forbidden from directly intervening with physical aspects of our world. Some sort of weird agreement they got.
Wait, so if the physical manifestation of Lilith is here on our plane, how did she get here? Is there a way
Summoning?
for her to...
Summoning and binding. If you know the name and enough information, you can usually summon just about anything you want from anywhere with powerful enough magic.
To be
I
fair, when
would-
it comes to Lilith, she is more well known to meddle in mortal affairs. She tends to do a lot more, albeit let's say, malicious acts. She tends to, she tends to be kind of a spiteful goddess who tends to actually interact with the world more than, let's say, any of the other gods and goddesses. My goddess happens to grant us the ability to present justice, but she alone is unable to make that herself. She does not come down and judge others. She gives us the ability to judge people for her. Lilith will do it herself. At least, that's the stories.
Wait, aren't we facing evil spiders already?
That may explain why we're dealing with these spider-like creatures.
Because she's corrupted, maybe?
They could be
It would
forcing
explain the
her.
female elf.
They could be forcing her to create these spiders.
And then if
They
she's
aren't
not
under her
corrupted, maybe she
control
won't do
anymore,
them, make them anymore.
So basically, she's just creating them, and they're under the control of somebody else.
Well, I suppose we do have one thing going for her. If Lilith is as spiteful as you say she is, if we do somehow manage to free her from this corruption, she may
probably
be...
mad at me.
Oh,
You?
What are you?
Well, I did rip one of her creations in half rather brutally.
Whoa, wait, but they're
If-
controlling her right now. Maybe she'll be mad at them more.
If we do manage to get her get her out, get her under control and uncorrupted, then perhaps she will turn her anger and energy towards those that were trying to control her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As I was trying to say before I was interrupted by the moron.
Sorry.
Under the hell.
Moron to the end.
What are you, Durlek? What are you gonna do? What do you think about this?
I'm gonna get ready.
shore, to make landfall. We got stuff to do.
It seems a bit weird. Usually, what I'm talking of.
Give him a minute. He's thinking.
I think he just left.
By the way, does anyone need their clothes modified to keep the sand out?
I believe we might be able to get that when we get into the city.
I was just gonna do it myself.
Trust me, you won't be able to do what you think you can, especially against the winds of this nature.
Yeah, I will trust the craftsmen of the actual people who live there over anything that you know.
Are we landing in an actual city or just on the continent?
Well,
Can we ask the
typically
captain?
we're going to a port city of some sort, and then we'll be making our way into the desert to make our way to Okulala.
Okay, just making sure, because we could just have easily picked a random spot on the shore.
I highly doubt Captain Loren would just drop us off in the middle of the beach.
How do you know about the sands, though?
Deserts have high wind, everybody knows that.
The my order is a little further than you think.
I mean, widespread.
Well,
He's insinuating
we
they
attempt.
are.
We attempt to.
So
We're
you
not-
have people here in Okulala.
I wouldn't say I have connections here, but I do have a friend or two.
Ooh. I
Elto.
hope that doesn't bite us. Yeah.
That is, if they are still here.
Elto should go with Bill and investigate these potential assets upon land.
They're not going to be in this city.
I know, but you might be able to figure out where they could be.
Will they be interested in helping us with our cause?
This one, most likely not. Unless it furthers Fantera's rule, or let alone the spreading of her, I highly doubt that they'll really give much information accordingly. They've given us information on the people there, at least, so we'll be dealing with mostly tieflings.
Tieflings.
You do know what a tiefling is, right, Jangle?
I don't think I've ever heard of one of those.
If you see someone with red skin and horns, they're not the devil. Just trust us. And don't kill the first one you see.
Does that character have 3 legs?
No, he doesn't. He's carrying by
No,
someone.
yeah, he's carrying someone.
Okay. Sorry, I thought 2 feet with boots and then another leg, and I was like,
I think you're asking if tieflings had 3 legs. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, are you asking if a tiefling has 3 legs? No.
some of them might.
Oh my goodness.
Their third legs are tail.
Window.
So that way there's no distraction whatsoever.
yeah.
He may or may not have a large penis, is what I'm suggesting.
Don't.
Anywho. If there's nothing
I've
further,
never seen that.
then we shall do a small time skip and get you guys to land. You guys get up onto the deck, and after a few hours more of travel, Captain Loren, old eyeball in the sky, specifically screams out, "Land ho! Land ho!" She, Loren asks all the other crew members to take their positions and make their way in their preparations to docking. You see a large port cudgel that opens up into an open air area. It seems to be kind of a hold on a second here. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. It opens up into a large port cudgel that opens up into a larger sandy city. The city, as well as most of the buildings, seem to be built from clay, as well as sand-made bricks. But it is not walled off. It seems to be a smaller city as well. You guys get up to the port and make dock. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. There we are. A figure. A figure runs up to the deck and greets you all, but he kind of looks over all of you and sees that your clothing is not really up for wear. As the individual that stands in front of you, he is almost covered from head to toe. His head is completely covered with what looks to be a mask that goes over his nose and mouth, really only exposing his eyes, but even that's slightly covered by some goggles that he's currently wearing. He wears a hat, but his horns protrude through. Yep. He looks at over all of you and says, "New arrivals. Well, make your way to the inner city. Once you guys get there, we'll get you some more appropriate clothing. Will you be staying for long?"
Durlek, are we heading out right away?
No, not for long.
Okay, well, especially if you wish to leave the city, we recommend that you head to the what are they called?
Worms?
Worm people?
No. I forgot what the cloth maker. I suggest you. Yeah, the tailor. I suggest you make you make your way to the tailor. He over in the Dragon's Ridge. You'll get better clothing there, especially suited for the harsh winter or the harsh summer that we have.
This feels like an inside check scenario.
Go right ahead.
Anybody else want to do this with me?
I'd be scared of this guy.
It seems legit to Sora, so.
What if Sora said it? Seems legit, doesn't it? Oh.
I failed.
I suppose I will roll a something
Counter it?
well, not countering per se, but the appropriate save.
Just 17 straight up.
Okay.
I don't have plus or minuses because I get inside of wisdom based.
Correct.
What is going on?
Nero is attempting to do an insight check for some reason.
The guy who's greeting us.
We really need to do more of them before we just go with what people say.
Just probably.
They're untrustworthy.
We are so. We
So,
never ask questions.
Is this?
We're just like, okay.
This is Klathaway.
Back away.
You guys with what he got, you were able to you're trying to discern any to see if there's any scent of malice or scent of misdirection or anything along those lines. With how forward he is, and also what he seems to be. More or less just the guy who greets people coming in. You don't seem to sense that there's anything in his words. It doesn't seem like there's any reason to distrust him.
This is just me reading about the person. I don't think I'm gonna tell the whole group. He's good. Check that out. Like, no, we're just gonna.
Yep.
You're gonna say that?
No, I'm not gonna raise any flag because, as far as I can tell, he's only up and up. But we should really check more people before we just do anything.
Do you have a problem here?
What do you mean a problem?
Like a problem in your town? Is there like a situation, like some kind of thing attacking you?
Are you asking if he
Should-
got work for us, Jangle?
Should we be concerned?
No, it's just every time we go somewhere, it's just something attacking the town.
It's happened one time, Jangle.
As far as I'm concerned, our city seems to
3
be
times.
our city seems to be fine. We
Question: is everyone just basically? Are we off of the ship and Loren has already left?
Loren is essentially resetting herself and getting all her all of her assets in order. You guys are walking off the dock at the moment, but Loren has not left yet.
Busy interrogating.
Okay, may I just walk off to speak with Loren?
Sure.
I also want to do that. But
Sure.
Elto first.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that. We'll do that in just a second.
Yeah, if you anything, I just want to say that just let this little chaos that's brewing right now finish its
Sure.
concoction.
We're getting sucked into it again.
If there is a problem that becomes our problem, it will just happen, okay?
Usually does. We somehow get involved, so let's not go looking for problems.
I'm just trying to get it over with.
No. Q-tip just makes us
Q-tip, yeah, that's-
strange.
that's
We
normal,
already
like
look
that.
strange enough traveling together, okay?
Jeff, check it first. He goes
Ah, good point.
into the garbage.
Right, so Sora, like, she looks at the tieflings, like, I apologize for my companion. He's from the Feywilds, if that explains anything.
He seems to be a little paranoid. Moreover,
He's a strange one, unfortunately. We don't really fully understand it, but again, I apologize for him.
it's fine. Children seem to have quite a large imagination. So
There you go, call me a child again.
again,
The last guy called me a child.
well,
Children in their costumes.
oh, so he's a halfling.
He's like 170.
A little older than that, like by a few 600.
You're an elf, aren't you?
He's an elf.
Half elf.
Yes.
Oh, he's a half elf. That makes this even funnier.
Yeah.
What's a Christmas elf?
Is one of your parents a halfling by chance?
Well, I don't know my parents, but I preferred to speak halfling when I was born.
Oh,
when I was around.
I apologize.
Again, not from this realm. So
Fair enough. Fair
There
enough.
to be an interdimensional midget.
You speak halfling?
I do not.
Okay. Not many do.
It would just explain your
Weirdness.
stature.
That.
Oh. The Christmas elf, that was that's how tall I was as a Christmas elf.
What is a Christmas?
that's enough.
Where?
The same.
Sora just like gently pats Jangle on the hat, like that's okay.
Go in there.
That's enough.
16-page
That's
backstory.
Oh, no, 16's generous. More like 54.
Are you serious, Josh? Oh my god.
What happened?
He said, "Oh yeah, go into your 16-page backstory," and I'm like, "Ha, that's generous." Nah, it's longer.
I think I sent you 4 paragraphs.
Roughly.
Yeah, his is short.
Yeah, most of you guys sent me about like 3 to 4. Like the longest one was about 8 paragraphs, and then this motherfucker just sends me a whole ass fucking essay, and I'm just like, oh boy, yeah, here we go.
Pretty short novel.
It's more of like
It was,
an
it was longer than mine.
Yes, it was. It is much longer than yours.
Wow, that's surprising
Yeah.
considering I sent you 34 pages.
Yeah, as I said, when Daniel said 16, I was like, ha, that's generous.
I didn't notice how long it was.
You said 34?
Yeah.
Jonathan?
Yes. Yes.
Well, it was
Yes, he did.
originally 20, but then I had to just update it a bit, and then I turned it to 34.
Yeah.
Updated a bit.
Yeah.
14
I think he's
more
trying to
pages.
Yes,
beat
sir.
you guys that, hold my agreement.
I'm gonna
It
tell you at
is
the first
important to
opportunity.
his backstory and the plot.
Do you guys have any idea how much I've had to read?
I apologize.
The pain of a man who does not like to read, having to read so much backstory for every single character.
I'm trying to make it interesting, but I'm sorry.
I'm
Anywho.
not reading fucking novels. Well,
Mine are
Whenever
simpler
this-
now.
Yeah. Anywho.
I think we should go get
Yeah. You. So. Do you guys make your way over to the Righto. Yes.
So we go to the tailor and Elto and Daniel.
Their conversation can happen while this is while you guys are still kind of fiddling around with this. Yes.
Zora would at least like to say goodbye to Loren before like they officially.
Loren essentially is standing at the edge of her ship. She's more or less like kind of delegating tasks. So she's well enough, easy enough to kind of just to wave off. If you
at least like say goodbye and say thank you for putting up with us and for the safe trip.
I'll say bye to Salty.
Sure. Salty just kind of looks over. Yeah, you. I'm going to. Suffice to say, your odd carvings are going to be missed. Though.
And a small potato carving that you made.
No. You're an odd one.
Thank you.
Don't die out there.
I'll try.
He basically said, well, Jangle, you're an odd fellow, but I must say, you carve a good potato.
Essentially, yeah. Loren's kind of at the edge of the ship. You walk up and you say your goodbyes. She greets you in kind, and she greets you in kind, and she continues delegating. Elto and Durlek, you two. Oh,
I guess it was separate because he said it first, and then oh yeah, I want to do something too.
Sure.
John, you go first.
Yeah. So Elto, you walk up to Loren right after Sora has said her goodbyes.
Oh, I thought you guys wanted to do something together.
No. You walk up to Loren.
Mine is quick, but whenever Jonathan's
Captain Loren.
Oh yes.
A word of
I know.
do you have a quick minute? May I speak with you for a quick minute?
I suppose. 1 second. All right. Take a 5-minute break. I have other matters to attend to. Don't be slacking off. Understood? Aye, ma'am.
You just told them to slack off.
Don't be slacking off too much. She looks back at you. So what can I help you with?
I would like to sincerely apologize for everything that has had to happen previously with not only our group's improper prepness, but also due to the encounters that you've had to deal with the giant squid, and then one of my associates being kidnapped and sent underwater.
Oh, please. That's par for the course. Frankly speaking, that was actually kind of entertaining, surprisingly.
I would like in this moment to summon my
I question what you find. I'm very concerned and question about what you consider entertaining now.
When you've been in the city for as long as I have, in the area for as long as I have, trust me, you tend to see quite a bit. So, having the odd person being kidnapped or fighting a giant sea monster in the area, that, trust me, that's par for the course for a captain.
Well, I'm just grateful that not many of them were harmed, though I am a bit concerned. After learning that the creature, or the octopus humanoid person, was being controlled by whatever we are trying to deal with, you said that it tried to infect you and Durlek back then, right?
More or less. It attempted to drag away the small Durlek. I believe he said he was the leader of your group, so he attempted to do so.
Yes, he is considered the unofficial leader of our group.
Well, whatever the case, whatever it was, it put up quite a fight. Came back quite a few times as well, so we had to fend it off a few times. But thankfully, with your help, we were able to end it. Him, I suppose, very quickly.
How did it? Do you remember anything of how it tried to infect you? Did it try to have a worm go into your ear, or did it try to cast some sort of spell on you?
It was definitely a physical thing. Frankly speaking, it never got close enough to. Well, it attempted to grapple us with the Kraken itself and pull us underwater. I was unable to see what else was going to happen to Durlek, but maybe he could tell you more.
All right then.
We were able to free him at least before anything happened, but
Right. Captain Loren, if I may, I think it would be better to be precautious not only when you return back from back to Macaw, but also to be a bit wary of everything. From what I know, the only way to determine if whether or not a person has been infected with these creatures is if they begin to behave a bit differently. And the only way to truly verify it is, well, apparently you have to potentially drown the person.
Well, we are literally at the sea, so, you know, dealing with the whole, drowning part shouldn't be too hard.
Right. Just be sure not to go entirely. I don't remember exactly everything, but from what I can tell, if the person has just been recently infected, the worm should, I think, potentially exit the body, but I don't remember entirely, and there's no way of determining if it can happen for those who've been infected longer. I don't know what the process is from what I've gathered. I just know that that's the only way to determine if someone's been infected.
Well, we'll figure this out one way or another. Hopefully none of the crew, at least, I believe none of the crew has been infected, and frankly speaking, from what I figure, it looks like it only goes after the leaders of sorts, so it looks like it might only go after me this time. Good news is that we have a safer path home, so...
True. But still, there's no way of telling if whether or not the infection might decide to change its strategy. So just be wary of your crew's behaviors, just in case one of the others may have been infected. And when you do return back to Macaw, please be wary and pass on this information to the other captains and crews as well. If they were already being attacked and the sorcerer tried to attack a random ship, then there's a chance that it could also happen to any of the other crews as well.
Yeah, I had a feeling so. Trust me. The reason I've been out on many voyages, and the Fisherman's Bowl is quite the place for stories. Yeah, so at least I have a new one to tell.
I suppose that's true. Well, I hope that you are able to return safely and hopefully not get another encounter like that.
And hopefully with the rest of your journey, it seems a little less perilous. But knowing the adventuring parties and such, that's a very, very unlikely appearance. But I wish you luck all the same.
Thank you very much, Captain Lorraine. And please do take care of your crew. They speak highly of you, and I can see why.
Naturally. You may not be the leader of your crew, but you should take care of yours as well. They seem tense with each other.
I'm trying to. If it hasn't been noted, I'm not exactly good with communication.
All in time. All in time.
I'm sorry I don't have a parting gift to give you, or at least as a way to apologize.
No need. Just come back alive. That's all any of the captains ever come. Or that's the greatest gift to any captain.
I will try my best, and if our paths meet again, well, I hope it can be on a more treacherous reason.
As do I.
Farewell, Captain Lorraine, and safe travels.
Farewell. Until we meet again.
Until next time. And he just solemnly bows and then just walks back to the group.
Oh, hello, Elto.
Oh,
Saw her too.
What?
You
Wait,
saw
what
her
did you
too?
say?
You saw her too?
Yeah.
His hair.
Give me a moment, and I'm going to walk to Captain Loren.
Oh no.
You walk over to captain. You walk over to the captain.
It's a quick thing. It's 1 gold, 10 gold is 1 platinum.
Correct. Yes.
Captain, thank you for the advice. I would like for you to accept this, and I hand her a sack of 100 gold. Or,
10
pouch.
platinum.
What's up?
10 platinum?
Yeah, 100 gold, 10 platinum.
Huh.
What are you over for the trip, right?
To compensate for the extra day.
Well, this was unexpected. I didn't require this, you know. But I will accept it nonetheless.
Oh jeez, I wonder if he's trying to learn from Elto.
Have safe travels and keep your crew under wraps and watch yourself out there. That thing said that it wanted you because you were apparently the leader. Be on the lookout for more of them. If one came, more may come.
Yes, I know them too well. Take care.
You as
I'll
well.
walk off.
Uh,
Shall we rejoin the others?
Sure. What did you just give her?
Oh, compensation for the extra day.
Oh, okay then. That was very nice of you. Durlek?
I learned it from you. Let us go.
Okay. As Elto watches Durlek walk off,
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
a small line of smoke comes off the top of his head.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if that's good or bad.
Wait.
What does that mean?
Elto's head or Durlek's head?
From his
Elto.
head.
Why would he
Eltos.
burn his hair?
Eltos, why would it come from Durlek's?
Oh no.
It was unclear. You just said, as he watches him walk away, smoke comes off his
I
head.
hear Ballin playing.
No, like a small line, like basically smaller than a candle
He's
lit.
walking away.
Really glad
He
that
then
was
just
open.
he just pats his head and then just falls behind, maybe a few feet behind.
Why did he have smoke?
I am so happy that, Jonathan, you were there to talk with Loren like that. I imagined saying, for 2 weeks, I learned it from you. Thank you.
Jeez. Yeah, that was definitely not something Elto I was expecting.
Oh no, I wonder what's going on around
I was
here.
actually hoping to save that bit of information for later on, but definitely that one caught me off guard.
So that was it for me. I think we're ready to go with everyone else.
To the tailors.
Yep.
Yeah, to the Dragon's Ridge. That's what he said.
So you guys head over to the tailors.
The sand is getting in my beard.
Yeah. As you guys are walking there, funny enough, I was going to say that. You guys are kind of starting to walk over there, and even in the city, you start to feel like the buffeting of the sand, and almost feeling it pool up in around like your neck area, in some of your clothes. If some of you have beards, you feel it almost encrusting your entire face. As it starts to pool up, those of you who have hats and such, those of you who have hats and such, sometimes it blows off, but you catch it, and as you're catching it, the wind comes through, and more and more sand comes on top. You place it on your head, and you feel almost like a small shower of dripping of sand come off your ears. You kind of understand that this is probably the ability. Yeah, you understand that this is probably why they have specialized clothes, and especially if you're in the city and this much sand is getting into you at the moment. You guys get in through the door. Jesus Christ, I don't know why that word just completely escaped me. You guys get in through the door of the dragon's ravine, and wait, was it ravine? No, it wasn't ravine. Ridge. That's what it was. Dragon's Ridge. You guys get through the Dragon's Ridge, and an older tiefling woman who is currently sewing up a what looks to be a dress of some sort. She has a small monocle on that seems to be telescoping out, and working on a fine seam at the moment. I'll be with you in a moment. Give me just a second.
Elto would like to speak to the group. Guys, I just realized something. If we are going to be getting our clothes tailored for this, maybe we should try and see if there's anything we can learn.
What?
Well, I was thinking, if we don't know much about Lilith or anything around what we've gathered, maybe we could try and see if we can find some sort of bookstore or library, maybe just a way to get some small information. I don't know much about clothes, but I do know tailoring usually takes a while, so if they don't happen to have our sizes, maybe if they have to work on it, it would be best if a small group of us went to try and see if we can find any information.
It's a great idea.
Alright, but I don't think we should specifically mention what goddess we are trying to get information on, because, yeah, I don't think a lot of people will take too kindly if we're trying to look up that particular god.
Right. I'm not saying that we should openly speak to people. Just try and see if there's any place that we can find that might have some documents or information about it. Just anything in general that might prove useful.
Oh, that's good.
That'd be a good idea. Let's just wait for her to finish before.
As you guys are finishing up your conversation, she... Perfect. Welcome. Newcomers, I see. She kind of pulls off her monocle. You see that you guys don't have a proper attire.
Yeah,
you plop off your hat and just plop a bunch of essentially a small mountain of about the shape of your hat onto her floor.
Yep.
That's
Sora-
30%.
Sora's like getting the sand off of her snout. Yeah, we just came in today on the show. So.
Yep. Even all of your furs have nothing but sand in them. And no matter how much you pat them off, you look over and it's still pretty speckled.
Do you happen to have our sizes?
That depends. Would you like your styles, or would you rather essentially a uniform area?
What does the uniform look like?
Can Brooke change shape to match desert style?
Oh my god.
No.
I think so.
Brune can kind of like can match whatever armor type. However, they still would be unable to they would still be unable to completely seal.
I got it. Fit me for a damn still suit. How long do they think?
Your question, by the way, of what the uniform essentially looks like. It is essentially looks to be almost rags at first, but it looks kind of like it would if you were patched up like a mummy. However, the gloves themselves are made of this rough leather, but it's sealed. Yeah, but it's sealed through with a rag or a cloth of sorts that overtakes a sleeve. The sleeve is kind of raggedy as well. However, you notice that like the reason for its design is whenever you shake your arm, it almost shakes itself off completely. So it would shake off any sand or any dust that would come upon it. It's relatively smooth, and although it is kind of hot because it's so insulated. Though you notice, Sora, because you were wearing a lot of your pelts and such, your pelts would most certainly make you very, very hot in the desert. You walked off and even staying out there in the sun for like minutes at a time, you almost felt overexerted. However, putting this or at least feeling or seeing this, you can see that it's much lighter clothing than you're used to wearing. She also holds out a mask that and places it on the counter. This mask will help not only allow you to breathe better, but also if any of the glass wind comes, trust me, you're not going to want to breathe any of that in.
Glass.
You are completely new to the area. Never heard of anything?
First time.
Wonderful. If you don't know what the glass wind is, it's a colloquial term. Essentially, winds make the winds are so rough sometimes during certain hours of the day that should you breathe in even the air itself, the sand, the grains themselves almost feel like glass when it comes into contact with either your skin, let alone your organs when you're breathing. So this is to protect you from that, and the glass winds come at any time. They usually come around the highest point of the sun, but there are other times where it will come pick up whenever it feels like it. It's good to have this on hand, and frankly speaking, most people who go outside will wear this. You guys remember that with seeing this mask that the man who met you guys at the port did in fact have this on. She also places down a small hood that it would again be wrapped with another cloth, and it seems that the cloth would go around your neck, somewhat like a scarf, and be tucked into the chest piece itself. This entire outfit, this is essentially the uniform, if you would say. It will help you with just about anything when it comes going through the desert. You most likely won't like wearing them, but it's much better than, well, perishing out there. Should you go out there without any of this special clothing, or without some insulation and some buffeting of your other extremities, you most likely would be cut by and sanded away.
And we don't want that. Please, we would like 8 of them.
8 of them.
And I would prefer a uniform. Does anyone need special modifications?
No.
I prefer uniform as well, if that's alright.
I like uniforms.
And you just throw it over your stuff?
No, you would essentially take off. Well, you would put it all under your whatever you are wearing at the moment.
Yeah.
So it still fits our armor.
You would be able to fit your armor on top of it, yes. However, your normal clothing would most likely not be recommended.
Put it away.
Yes.
Do you have any of those masks that would dragonborn?
We have plenty of those. She walks over and plops off a one that has the snout of a dragonborn. We have plenty of.
How about for a beak?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, good.
how small? She looks over and at
Sweetie Bird on the
yeah,
boat.
no. She looks over at Sweetie Bird and goes, for a bird folk, understood.
Pink, specifically.
Yes.
For what?
Well, the closest thing I would have is she plops it off. She plops it off, and it essentially looks like a plague doctor's mask, but nonetheless, it would fit a beak.
Nice.
Sweetie Bird? Where is Sweetie Bird right now?
She would be in the shop with you guys.
Sweetie Bird, what do you think of the mask?
Sweetie Bird looks at the glass part of the eyes and strokes it because it reflects the light. She likes shiny things. She doesn't respond to Sora.
Of course, shiny.
But she asks how much it is.
Well, for everything altogether, for 8 of you, since this is not a custom job, I would say, I'll do a small discount, 70 gold for the entirety.
Great.
We split.
We split.
I suppose we should do what
10 per everyone except Belle doesn't pay.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't have money.
Well, she's more or less essentially
A prisoner.
Elto, you pay for your girlfriend's gear.
Lama.
Now, if I may ask, do you want one of the uniforms as well, or would you prefer something different?
I'd rather just have whatever I can. I'm not one for fashion.
Alright then.
I guess he
You
says that
don't mind
armor shifts to be more like half plate and be like, shut up a little bit.
What?
Question for the DM.
Yes.
While Sora is wearing this mask, I'm going to assume that the answer to this is no, but I'm still going to ask it anyway. While she's wearing this mask, she can't use her lightning breath, right?
So what the interesting part about this mask is, at least with what you notice is, with everyone else, there seems to be a small mesh that is overcovered with another mesh, that allows them to speak very clearly. But with yours, you also have this mesh over both your nostrils as well as your mouth, but you have this small latch on either side of your mouth, and at any point in time you could snap it off, and allows you to open up your jaw to fire off the lightning breath. However, from what you can tell, this feature isn't used very much. For what reasons you do not know at the moment, but you might figure that out when you come to the time.
So should I have to practice probably taking it off?
It seems to be two small latches that almost snap off. So you can almost snap it off, open up your mouth and fire, close your mouth, and then re-snap on. Essentially, yeah. So it wouldn't be too hard to be able to do it. Though you do not know the effects of what the winds might have on either yourself when you do it, or on your breath itself.
Okay. One last question. If need be, would I be able to use one hand to unlatch real quickly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It would not cost you any action or bonus action essentially to do any of the unlatching. The only thing is that if you don't, I would say. The only thing is you will, well, no, you would, especially if this is the much harsher winds, you may have either a disadvantage on, or I wouldn't say disadvantage per se, but you may have some negative effects on you if something were to occur.
Okay. And back at Sora, she sees that Sweetie Bird is looking at the light glinting off the eyepiece, and she's like, "Oh, that reminds me. Matt, is there a store somewhere in the city to buy a spyglass?"
Why?
You may want to talk to the glassmaker. He'll be over in the you'll have to be careful with him. He's a tricky one.
He's crazy?
I wouldn't say crazy, just he's been spending too much time with his djinn.
Oh, he's drunk.
Gin? What's a gin?
Oh, no, not the drink. The being.
Oh
What?
no.
Oh, you'll understand when you get there. Just if someone tries to offer you a deal, just attempt to not.
You mean gin?
You don't know what that is.
A deal, say.
No.
They wouldn't count as demons or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay. Ma'am, if I may, is there any bookstores or libraries in this region as well?
I wouldn't say a library per se, but there would be essentially a record keeper. You could talk to Phallus.
To Phallus?
His name is Phallus. He'll be working in the north end of town. Just look for a large green tent.
Okay.
Phallus, large green tent. All right. Thank you very much.
You don't even have your stuff yet.
Oh yeah, let's get our stuff first.
Let's pay for it, change into our clothes, and then we can.
I already paid.
So 10 gold.
Yes, 10 gold for.
from everyone.
Yep.
I took it with my 10 gold, so I
Okay.
already paid.
Okay, actually, wait,
Yes.
I only have 15 gold. Does anybody have 5 extra gold they could spare?
So it's 70 gold for everything. So if everyone pays, you have 10. You have 10 gold for yourself, and essentially you're not paying for Bell.
Oh, okay then. My bad.
So long.
Okay then.
Having a wife and a mistress is expensive, isn't it, Elto?
No matter.
Do you have a
What?
thing?
Wait, what did you just say?
Behind the curtain.
Thank you.
He said that having a life with a mistress is in what?
Having a wife and a
Is
mistress.
expensive, isn't it?
Oh my. Nero, would you please stop? We are going to have a talk after this.
He's not going to listen.
I'm fully aware you aren't married or have a girlfriend. It's just funny because you freak out every time.
It's kind of fun.
Please stop.
Quit reacting and it'll be less funny.
I'm not acting. I genuinely do not.
Sora just like raises a thumb up.
Thank you.
Wait,
And then she goes in and
Oh wait, Sora just what?
she just does this to Durlek.
Daniel was in his. Durlek was in his suit.
Oh
So-
jeez.
So Sora goes in and she changes out of her leathers and puts on the uniform and mask.
What's that?
I'll put him away.
Oh, what's going on?
Cat got her hair. Someone's eating hair. They playing with their hair because it's over the edge.
There you go. It looks like
But
this.
it's like
Like that.
uncomfortable.
Hey. Come on. You know what you did.
Jonathan, how do I look? How do I look?
Oh no.
You
You ever seen Swagger Soldier?
well,
Swagger Soldier that
it's definitely not something I'm used to seeing. That's for certain.
Rush. Move your left leg left. Slowly.
Josh?
Slowly. Continue turning.
Come on.
Continue pivoting.
Please.
No more.
Why do you?
Back to the right.
What's happening?
I'm trying to grab the cat.
Oh, we're trying to corral the kitty now.
Come on, bud. Kitty corral.
I'm here.
I got this pillow
Why
attack.
are you so?
I just put my hair up.
Yeah.
Pillow attack.
Michael, it's fine. I'll just put my hair up.
No, he's gonna do this.
You'll find some other way to
Oh,
deal
that's
with
still
problems.
attacking your.
I'm gonna change.
Yeah. Angie. Angie.
We don't have to wear the mask things inside places, right? Because
Not in the places, but when you go either outside or especially in the winter, then you probably.
so we can. Yeah, so we don't have to sell like inside all the time.
Yeah, so Sora goes in and she changes out of her leathers, changes it into the uniform, and comes out putting on the mask and the headpiece. How do I look?
Elto just pretty much walks up and just gives a solemn salute. Ready for battle, Captain? I'm sorry.
She looks
That was
nothing
my
like
attempt.
Lorraine.
he just walks away with his head hand is in his head.
Can I pat his back?
Sora just goes
Yeah,
by and
but-
just like, gently
Pat his back.
pats Elto on his head. It's okay.
I got his back.
Alright, well,
I'm not good at
which way
jokes.
Did you say the last Mako was?
He's over to the east.
Alright, well,
Alright,
if anyone needs me, I'm there. I'll get directions to the library and meet you guys there. And she heads off.
So you're going to the glassmaker,
Yes.
and then the rest of you guys are heading to the north for
Still
for
have
cut.
to pick her brain if that's not.
Sure.
Well, I'm heading to find Phallus at the green tent. That much I am going to do. Or is
Oh,
everyone
Elto.
else going with Elto there?
Sure.
Did you already change into your uniform?
No, actually that's the one thing. Elto is waiting for everyone else to finish first.
So Jangle's next? For the uniform?
Of course.
I mean, you guys can all be in your outfits. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna have you guys just gonna be like, okay, we're one by one.
I'm just gonna dive into the changing room.
Okay, then.
So you guys all change into your clothes and
I did want to ask Taylor.
Sure.
How long do these waves last?
Sometime if you're lucky, 10 minutes. If you're really unlucky, a day.
And how do we know? Is there some warning sign that we can look out for?
If you hear some whistling and that's not from from any of you, most likely it's going to pick up soon. Oh, and if you hear clinking.
Clinking.
Yes, like
glass.
glass.
On glass.
Yes. Oh, one last thing. If you feel whatever you do, don't spill water in the sands.
Oh yeah, that attracts the worms.
Yes. So you have read up about this place.
Yeah, I found a book somewhere.
Good.
You mean the
Jangle, do you still have the book?
Yeah. I don't think I have it.
Oh no.
I was at the library. I spent it for a bit.
Oh. I didn't know you went. Okay.
Thank you very
A lot
much.
of things
Of course.
to know.
So you guys are all heading to the green tent of Phallus, correct?
Yeah, me, I'm going with him. I don't know if anybody else is.
All right.
Well, I know I'm going. I just don't know if is everyone going to come with Elto to the tent, or I mean, Sora obviously went to find
What's
the
the tent?
glass keeper.
He's essentially a record keeper.
And she's going to a glass maker.
Yeah, Sora's going to a glass maker at the moment.
I would have popped my head up.
Okay, then.
They threw the door of the tent, look at Elto. Nerd! And leave.
Where are you going?
Zephra's following me.
All right, fair enough.
Okay,
I'll go with the glass.
So it's Sora and Zephra going to the glass maker, and everyone else is just going to the record keeper.
Essentially, yes. So, let's do Sora and them first then. So you head over to the glassmaker at the moment. You head over and sure enough, there seems at first you don't see much, but you see that there is a what looks to be essentially a small rotisserie of sorts, with a black bulbous bottle of sorts that is stuck on by a contraption, and that is spinning. There's nothing spinning it per se, but it is actively spinning across this fire. But there is no one at the tent at the moment. It seems you do hear some rustling behind a curtain, and a bit of chatter.
Well, first Sora takes off her mask, so she's inside now. Is there like a table or desk or anything?
It's more of a tent. There is a small like table-esque type of area that separates you from walking into the glass forge essentially.
Well, Sora first will like go up and just like start rapping her knuckles on the table.
One moment. Sorry, I have to. Customers. Yes, of course. Go on.
What's his name? You know you're gonna need to give the glass maker a name.
Shut up. Give me a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Also, Zephra's with
We
me.
don't ask many questions, but we ask that one all the damn time.
Shut up. I know. I need to have the name generator up.
Jeez.
The worms. Remember?
I remember, but probably not in this one.
Michael, just go with one of the most infamously feared names that was known throughout all the lands. Tiffany.
Oh, great. No.
I'm sorry.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe you.
It'd be
Why did you have to put a freaking reference to that in my game?
And actually, you know,
I'm sorry.
Sora
How
asking
dare
Have
you.
you ever noticed everyone's kind of been adding their own repertoire? I thought I might as well add in my own bit of chaos.
Lesson and leave.
Fair enough.
But Zephra might have.
Long.
Yeah.
Anywho, you walk up. Ah, hello, welcome. What can I do for you?
Hi, I'm looking for a spyglass.
Spyglass. Yes. Encrusted or none?
No.
He walks over and grabs a brown and gold spyglass. That he opens it up, kind of looks through it just really quickly. 5 gold.
May I test it out real quick?
Of course. It sure enough it works. You think? But you look over at his face and it's slightly telescoped. It doesn't seem to be a very powerful one with much magnification, but it is a spyglass through and through.
Hey, Zephra. Do you think Sweetie Bird will care if this doesn't actually show like a great distance? After all, she does only care if something shiny, right?
Oh, that's shiny.
What do you think?
I think she'll like it.
Yeah, maybe right. All right, 5 gold, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
This is for Sweetie Bird?
Yeah. Sora promised that she would get to her a spyglass.
Oh. Alright, because she liked it on the vote.
Yep.
Yep.
What? 5 gold and it's shiny.
Mhm.
5 gold.
That's what I said about myself.
5 gold to him, and he bids you farewell. Now we can get back to our game. Of course.
She's a bird.
I was gonna ask what your wisdom was.
You.
I don't know.
No investigation, just get the spyglass, get out.
Pretty much, yeah.
What if,
Yep.
what if it breaks?
Yeah.
5 gold?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I want to know what the game is. So
Okay.
badly.
Oh, well, go ahead, go ahead, be curious.
I've done what I need to do, so.
No, I don't want to get almost kicked out again. My mouth shut.
Yeah, you have.
Actually, then again, does Zephra want to repeat of what happened back at the map shop with
No.
the halfling?
I'm
Oh,
keeping
no.
my mouth shut for that
Is this a
reason.
tiefling?
He was a tiefling, yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing everybody in the region is a
Tieflings again.
tiefling.
Also, Michael, I'm curious. Like, ever since like Baldur's Gate came out, like all these tieflings have different colored skin. Like, what are like what are like the colorings for like these tieflings?
So specifically, the man that you just talked to, he was more of a blue. The woman you spoke to earlier was was more of an orange.
Orangus. And you guys left the shop already?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So-
now we.
Yep. So you guys head over to the green tent as well with Phallus. You guys are. I'll catch up with you guys in just a moment because you guys obviously they left there first. You guys head over and meet a blue tiefling by the name of Phallus. He has a green hat on and is currently enamored in a book at the moment.
Who went first?
All of you. It doesn't really matter. But I'll say since Elto was the one who kind of who I kind of led it. I'll have him walk through first.
Yes. I basically, what is he? Is he just sitting behind a desk, or is he sitting on a chair, or is he?
He is sitting on the ground, surrounded by flanked by books, so by essentially small towers of books, and he is currently enamored in one as you speak.
Oh, I walk up to him, and gently. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Are you Phallus?
I am. One. He kind of slowly closes the book and places it on the ground. Can I do help?
Hello. Are you having trouble speaking?
Books write easier. Talking hard.
Elto immediately takes out his journal and then starts writing in it. He shows the book over to Phallus. Would you like to speak this way? And then holds out the writing tool to him.
He writes yes.
I take back the journal. I write down. I like to look for a few books on gods and goddesses. Do you have any? And then shows him.
Which gods and goddesses?
Do you happen to have any regarding corruption, or possibly about a goddess named Lilith?
And you can see it.
He.
In this case, for this one person, it might be okay. Saying it around town, on the other hand.
We're saying it in writing, at least no one can hear it.
Yeah, 1 second. He kind of tilts his head and looks up at you, Elto. Then kind of like starts to scratch his chin. 3 second. He walks away for a second, and then he starts kind of going through a few scrolls and a couple of books. He comes back with 1 scroll and 2 books. Places them there. He points to the scroll. History. Looks and points over to the middle book. Tales. And then points over to the other book and says, ceremony.
I see. Thank you very much. May we borrow? Oh, right. I take back my journal and I write, may we borrow these and read through them?
He writes down, you can read here, do not take, please.
He grabs it and writes, I promise, holding it out to him, and then raises his hand.
He pushes them all towards you and sits back down.
Wait, Elto.
Yes?
Don't we need a book on the Shattered Plains?
Oh, okay then. I just gently tap on the book.
He pokes his head up again. More?
Yes. I take out my journal again. I'm sorry to interrupt you during your book. I'm very sorry for interrupting you during your book. Do you also have any tales or books on a place called the Shattered Plains?
He looks at that and doesn't. He almost kind of like doesn't understand the question, or at least that's at least what his face looks like.
I write down. Have you never heard of it, or is something confusing?
He answers vocally. What is?
I write down. It's a place from a fairy tale from the Dwarven Kingdom.
He walks over to a book and he kind of dusts it off and walks over. Dwarven children book. Yes?
Yes.
I think that might be the best way of getting through, so I think it's better than nothing.
He hands it to you. Finished?
I just nod my head.
Anything else?
Okulala? Is it Okulala?
Okay, actually, you know what? This one is gonna be for only Michael to see.
Oh.
Oh shoot. What he doing?
But Josh, we're going to Okulala.
Right, but that's at least a place we can probably find.
Yes.
But like the Shattered Plains is something we don't know.
More like, how do we find a guide to get to Okulala?
Yeah, but
we never figured that out.
Dude,
It's not before we were taking the
guy.
We don't know how to find a guide.
Yeah, but Poke Dude ain't gonna.
We need a guide to ride the worms.
Well, let's read the books first, and maybe when we're returning the books, then we can ask.
If he knows a guide or something.
Yeah, or where to ask around.
Mel with us.
Yeah. Assume that everyone's with everyone's there. So just give me.
Yeah.
It's right there in front of me.
It's too tempting.
No, it's interesting watching you all look at me and Michael do this in anticipation. Like, what the heck are they doing?
What is he doing?
What are they up to?
Oh, can't say.
So
Is it more lore?
So, is this all written out? He's writing this down.
Yeah.
Not to him.
Yeah,
not to him. No. So Elto is simply just talking to DM. This is not Elto speaking to Phallus.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's more lore in it.
It's like he's passing you a poster.
The post-it.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, an index card like I do.
Correct.
Which books can I read? I don't know.
Okay, so you guys all walk across and grab at your or grab the books. Which book? There are 4 books, or 3 books and 1 scroll. Which would you like to read first?
I mean, personally, I want to check the Dwarven book if
Okay.
I can read it.
Sure. You open it up and it is in Dwarven. Can you read Dwarven?
I'm gonna need a candidate to Durlek if he's here. Hey, Durlek, this one's in your
Jangle?
language.
What is this? Well,
Child, it's a
Here.
Dwarven children's book, as he said.
why am I reading a children's novel?
Because it might have information on the Shattered Plains. Oh, sorry, Elto.
Actually, that is
It's fine. I tried asking about the Shattered Plains, but it seemed that Phallus didn't know anything. So I told him that the Shattered Plains were from a fairy tale from the Dwarven Kingdom, and this was the only book he was able to give me.
I see. Give me a moment.
I noticed.
I will read it.
You read through.
much, but hopefully find something.
You read through, and sure enough, you remember a lot of these stories that were read to you as a child. Roll an investigation check, or actually, either investigation or insight, whichever one is.
Better. I think they're this. Oh well, actually, investigation's intelligence. So inside, that's wisdom, correct?
Correct.
Better for it.
Oh yeah, my wisdom is hella better. I'm a ranger after all. And that's gonna be a 4.
Total?
Yes, total.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Stein, he's nice, you gave me.
It's his own racist story, and he can't find anything.
Oh. Okay.
Was the DC 5? No, I'm kidding.
No. Funny enough, the DC was this, but but you want to try and guess what I rolled?
And that one?
Let me guess.
No.
2 or
20?
3.
No.
A 3.
Oh, a 3.
So you in fact so you did beat it.
Oh, nice! I
I
beat the
called it 2 or
DC.
Yep.
3.
But so you're kind of reading through, and there's not
It's like
yeah.
with a 4 inside. It's like,
Yeah.
what could be in here?
yeah, at first you're just kind of flipping through, and then for some reason one of them catches your eye for just a second, because you rolled a bit low, and you're not really thinking much of it. You don't really read too much into it, but you remember a story specifically told to you about a man named Elu.
Elu.
Yeah, Eelu.
Eelu.
Yeah. For some reason you remember this story of a man who gave everything for a city that he loved. But when he came back, the city didn't love him, so he razed the area as much and found himself wanting for more, but unsure of what that something was.
He left and then came back.
Hmm?
Okay. And then he razed the area.
So
R-A-Z-E-D.
yeah. So what happened was he gave everything he could to the city, but when the city didn't give him due diligence and essentially praise him for what he's done,
Does
or
the story frame it as the city hated him, or that he hated the city for not compensating him back?
It was more the city hated him.
Okay.
And because he felt so betrayed by the city, he raised it in his name instead, instead in 2 words. But he found himself wanting, and because of this, his soul shattered.
He found himself wanting, and so his soul shattered.
Yes.
And we don't know what the wanting is.
Nope. The story doesn't specifically say. It says he found himself wanting, but wanting for what? Because he was unable to find out. He was unable to find that the answer to that question, and so he shattered.
His soul shattered, or he shattered?
His soul shattered.
Gotcha.
Or the words of the book specifically say he shattered, but it implies his soul shattered.
What a dark children's book.
Just a touch, yeah.
Well, I mean, dude, we're talking about dwarves. If anything, dwarves are kind of like based off of Swedish, which there is a piper which lures children to dance to death.
Oh yeah.
Only if you don't pay him.
But for some reason, that specific one kind of caught your eye, mostly because of the word shattered. But for some reason, that one in specific kind of puts the cogs in your head.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Does the story go into why he left?
He didn't. Well, no. I'm sorry. I misspoke when you said left. He did not leave. He did not leave the city.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave everything for a city he loved, but the city hated him.
Yes.
Okay.
The city hated him, and did not appreciate what he did. So therefore he raised the city instead, because of it, and then in kind found himself wanting for something more, but for what he did not, he knew not, and for that, his soul shattered.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I
Yep.
Jangle check the scroll?
The scroll of history of Lilith. Yes.
Yeah. Hooray! What is it? Language is it?
It's in common, so you'd be able to read it. Go ahead and roll an insight check, or an investigation check, I should say. Investigation. What exactly are you trying to get out of this?
I guess we're trying to figure out what are you trying to get? I'm just trying to figure out the
I
history
think the
of
important thing we need to learn about is what Lilith is, what are her abilities, and basically what. Actually, then how can I phrase this? Who Lilith is, what are her abilities, and a little bit of what she has done or is capable of doing.
Yeah, I guess something like that. I want to basically be able to see what she can do, what her powers, and how she usually is, like, personally.
Sure.
Yeah,
So-
if there's any correlations to maybe the worms, then maybe she herself is doing it, or it could be something from the other person. At least to figure out if the worms were coming from her, or from potentially the third party that's corrupted her.
Powers do, what she can do, who she's like. Alright, so you said investigation?
Hmm?
You do it.
17 plus 3.
Nice. So dirty 20.
Yep.
You as you're reading through, you looking through, and this is essentially the history of this of Lilith, and gives you a small history just in general of her beginning and how she became to be. A girl named Lilith was known to be kind to spiders. Eventually, she befriended one. After befriending this creature, she was shunned from her small village. In doing so, she found herself homeless, and for a few days at a time she was attempting to survive, only surviving off of what little she could find. Then she found herself wrapped up in or one night she found herself cold, and crawled into a tree. This tree happened to be the home of the spider that she befriended, and she found herself wrapped up, not in a dangerous way, but more of a blanket. In doing so, she just decided to live amongst these spiders. After some time, these spiders themselves began. She understood them less in speaking with them, but more in their intent. And because she was kind to them, and they were in wow, I cannot say the words right now. In turn, they were kind to her as well. After some time, not much else is known about this, about how she grew to power, but eventually she became a legend of sorts of the girl who survived. This creature, she's much more known to be able to connect with these spiders, more or less. Speak to them, but through a network instead of by word of mouth. She's able to connect with any who are within her realm. However, there are many many spiders who have not subjected themselves to her. She is not just a queen of spiders. She's a queen of insects, a queen of darkness. This the air and all the areas that are dark and the creatures that are within them, she controls, or she is attached to. In that sense, the only other thing that you can really, or at least with what you're looking for, you have heard of people. Are you okay, bud? I just heard him do something weird. It's fine. You've heard after several hundred years, most likely after her death, because after, I should say, her physical death, you know of this. She's had a small following of people who mostly females who are sympathetic to her to her scenario. They carry on her will, and they carry on her connections. Through them, she continues to grow her power, and after some time, she was able to control by herself, and she was able to grow to such immense power. She did not need the followers anymore. She simply survived off of the belief of what she was able to do, and the incredible power of literally being able to connect all of those creatures within her realm. She is known to corrupt at times, and create abominations of those who speak ill of her. However, she's also known to be surprisingly compassionate to some. She's there was one girl she did mention that is a small partner of hers. They did not know her name, nor was her name ever revealed, but it is a girl in purple, specifically. The girl in violet is what they call her, or I should say the woman in violet. The woman in violet is known to be a very a good friend of hers, and has been with her since the fall of what of I guess her I wouldn't say her area, but the fall of her sense or her sanity, I guess. Standing with her until the end, Lilith and the girl and the woman in violet they were close until one day they separated. They were long friends, but separated only recently, maybe about the last 200 years. That is about the extent of what you can read, or of what you get from that scroll.
So there's
Yeah, pretty much as this is going, I'm guessing Jangle is reading. Actually, never mind. Even though I'm reading this, I'm writing also any keynotes down as well.
Sure.
I'll probably let him know what I've learned and who it is here.
God, I've been talking so much, my voice is kind of dying right now. Give me a second.
If it was possible, I'd switch out with you, Michael.
So this is just.
Oh, trust me, I know, but it's just I need to wet my whistle.
Okay.
Information on the child.
Just took a voice recording.
I mean, I literally have it recorded, so.
It's just a small segment, though.
Fair enough.
I'll make notes later when you post it. My handwriting couldn't keep up anyway.
Neither can mine.
Have the other texts been read yet? By
Not yet. No. This was just the scroll of the of history of Lilith.
Sorry.
Okay, I can't be the only one who thinks that Melanie is the violet lady, can I?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but she has been never known to be in purple.
Well,
We found out the history of Melanie earlier on.
did we actually?
Well, technically, the
Didn't
flame
his
that
flame
she
turn
did
purple?
have was
Oh,
actually
shit,
somewhat
that's right.
violet. So
His
there
flame
is
turned
some
purple.
relevance there, but who knows, really?
It would explain why she wants their.
Didn't Melanie say she was a friend?
Yep.
Orale. Orale. Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe that's why she wants to save
Sora
her.
and Zephra are now back with the group?
Yes.
Information.
Oh, by the way, Sweetie Bird. Here's a spyglass.
Sweetie Bird's pupils dilate and her
It's nice
eyes
and
wide
shiny,
open.
too.
And she puts her hands under it and grabs it delicately and plucks it from your hands. Then she looks to the wrong side first and starts to extend it.
What
And
do you
looks at
say?
you with Sweetie Bird says, "Shinies, thank you." And then
You're welcome.
she gets up real close to you because it's backwards, and so you look really far away.
Sora's just smiling and laughing at how happy Sweetie Bird is. I'm trying to be.
Sweetie Bird is now lost in her own world with her new spyglass, and nothing else seems to exist in the world as she wanders around a little bit with her new toy.
So I'm going to approach the man, and there are still 2 texts there.
Technically speaking, you guys took all the books
okay.
Yeah, we
with
took
you
all
guys,
them.
but
We took-
there are 2 books that are left. One says
That this hasn't been read.
yes, that have not been read. One he said rituals, and the other he said shit. What was the other one?
You said
Unfortunately, I
rituals,
didn't catch
ceremony,
that. Write down that
and
note.
and tales.
Tales. That's what it is.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
tales
tales.
and rituals.
Yeah, tales and rituals.
So, who has the rituals? Actually?
No one has the rituals at the moment. So what you guys? He's reading the history,
Right.
and so rituals and tales are the 2 that have not been told.
So I'd like to give him back
No.
the dwarven book, and
Sure,
I'll pick up the rituals.
sure.
Oh, Elto.
Belle,
Can
do
I
you
read
happen to know
this?
anything about
And he's gonna
rituals or
present me
any
the
sort of thing
rituals, or
like that?
scroll book, whatever. and-
According to who, or which rituals are you speaking of? Are you speaking of Fanteris?
Not yet.
Well, Fanteris or any other gods or goddesses, do you happen to know anything about them?
I know plenty of Fantera. What do you wish to know?
Well, I was given a text regarding rituals about Lilith. I was wondering if maybe you might know some things about them.
I mean, I kind of gave her the ritual thing.
Mm.
I was kind of hoping she would just spyglass into it.
That's funny.
But is it in common?
Yes, they're all of these books. The only ones that aren't that wasn't in common so far has been the Dwarven book.
Cool.
Elto, the book's in.
Would you like to read this? Perhaps with your new toy?
So Sweetie Bird flips the spyglass around the correct way and gets bizarrely close to the paper to read its contents.
So you notice with this spyglass, it doesn't magnify very well. It's not a very good magnifying glass.
It's not very tuned properly.
No, but it is in a sense exactly what it says. It is a glass that you can spy through. So you telescope it out, and it minusculely telescopes out, and you can read through. You read. What do you wish to know about this?
Sora got what she wanted. She checked it. What does it say?
This entails essentially the rituals of to please Lilith. If you wish to please Lilith, you must essentially give yourself to the
Tales for tall folk. Please read it.
Hold on.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. Maybe Nero wants to read the tales next. I don't know.
Okay,
No. The only one that was in Dwarven was the Dwarven book. The Dwarven children's book. No.
I also want to read it.
As you're reading this, you're reading through, and it says that you must give yourself to the webmother.
Like sexually, or
Jeez, what the heck?
You know,
Oh,
like,
no.
you don't have. You know, I wasn't gonna say that, but no.
Okay, I was wondering if we were like in a PG territory. This is going PG-13 now.
Please have Sweetie Bird say that to the records keeper sexually.
No.
Just the word sexually.
No. Anywho,
I don't even know if Sweetie Bird knows what that term means, so I don't think she would actually say it.
Anywho,
Okay,
the ritual to gaining her favor is to give yourself wholly to the webmother, and that you must fully believe that she's not a force that is to be shunned, as many people have attempted to shun her before. Your rituals are to create and make an offering to her, and her children, her spiders, as well as her other insects. You are to catch something and web it, and then offer it as on the altar of Lilith. Now, this is not just to this is mostly written by a priestess, but of Lilith, but none of it specifically says Lilith specifically said this. It's more or less what has been written through their code. The only thing that has really been written that says something along the lines of a ritual for her would be well, let's see. There would be another ritual, more of a prayer of sorts to the webmother, asking her for protection as well as to the. Essentially, the I wouldn't say a christening per se, but the blessing of her to not turn them into to not turn them or turn their abominations against them. That's essentially what you get.
Sounds useful.
Would anyone else like to read the quote unquote Tales book?
I'll try that one out since it was technically my idea.
Sure. You pull out the Tales book, and there are the Tales of the Webmother. specifically, these are written. They have little tidbits where it states the authors of these books, or at least these little short stories. Most of them speak highly of the web mothers, usually saying how once they were lost, but then they were found in the comforting arms of the of Lilith, and being able to be free once again. Some states that the woman in violet was able was kind to them, and together the web mother and the woman in violet were able to give them safe haven through hard times, and for that they are forever bound to the web mother. More or less, this is a book of like small accounts, specifically stating how they survived their encounters, and their tales of how they became to be underneath the rule and the embrace of Lilith.
Huh. So it seems that this is basically a book about followers as well.
Huh?
Well, aside from this book, I'd say that we were able to at least learn some things. But still, Lilith, a goddess or basically control of insects, that could potentially mean worms as well.
Ah, those worms are weird.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, there is one thing. In the Tales book, at the beginning, this one's kind of odd because it doesn't state anything of like it doesn't specifically state Lilith or the anything. It's a complete different. It almost feels like a completely different story. But it is in the Tales for some reason. The story states that the spider and the dragon. The spider and the dragon were of opposites for a time, but then the spider came to the dragon's aid. At first, the dragon didn't understand what occurred, and it thanked the spider, but flew off in kind. The spider felt lonely and went off to its web, continuing to survive, to live off its life and survive as it does. After a heavy storm and heavy destruction of the spider's home, it wandered to attempt to find a new home. It found so in a cave. Eventually, after redressing its home and finding a home in this new cave, the dragon came and seemed to find the spider again. At first, the spider didn't know whether or not to respond or at least call out to the dragon. But the dragon came and took the spider in kind, greeted it, and stated, "If you wish to have a home, you have one here." That is about the extent of that story. The rest seems to be ripped apart.
The dragon and the spider.
Yep.
Does anybody happen to know anything about a story called The Dragon and the Spider?
No.
Can't say I know.
Dell?
I've never heard of this. I can't say that I've ever heard of a dragon and a spider being companions of any sort, let alone any history of that.
They're called tales for a reason. It could just be a lie.
Could just
But
be a
it
metaphor.
is-
It could just be a metaphor for finding a home after being abandoned.
You ever heard the girl in violet? Or the woman in violet?
Never, but I have a few theories, I suppose.
Oh?
Lilith is known to be bathed in purples. Maybe this is her priestess? I don't know. It's a head mother of sorts, but it said that it's her friend. I'm unsure.
Excuse me, man. And he's talking to the shop.
Help? Yes.
I go over to Durlek. He actually prefers this. It's a little strange, but please try and do so.
Can't speak hard.
Write it down.
I just need to know about Okulala. And I'll hand him Elto's journal.
Sora comes over and writes Durlek's question.
He can understand you fine. It seems that he just needs to write out his what he needs to say. What do you need to know about Okulala?
I would like to know about traveling there and customs, anything that there is to know, history. Any texts would very greatly help with that.
Help not found here. Find Worm Tamer. Name.
Where is the worm tamer?
Karnao. Kharnao.
Kharnao.
Nao.
Karnao.
That's weird. That's the name of the guy?
Is
Harnal.
Nao, yes.
Nao. Okay.
Yeah.
Cardinal.
He is found here in the city.
Is found by outskirts. Find yellow flag.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, I think that's where they're like, if you think you should find information about Okulala there, then that would probably be a bad idea.
Yes, I will. We should all go there eventually. If he's a worm tamer, perhaps he'll take us there.
Great.
But I would like to do something else. If you'll excuse me, and I'm going to leave.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay then. Elto just pretty much walks back to the group. So apparently Durlek left to do something, but there was information about Okulala from a person named Karnal? Karnal? Sorry. Karnal.
No L, Carno.
He's apparently by the outskirts. It's best to usually find a yellow flag in order to find him.
Okay.
I suppose we should probably try and find some lodging, and then when Durlek comes back, we'll go and see if we can try and find the worm tamer.
If you guys want, you guys can go on ahead. I can wait for Durlek back here.
We have the sending stone, and so does he.
Well, I was about to say, if you need me, you know how to reach me.
We say that at the same
Okay
time.
then. Well, at any rate, there actually, if it's alright with you, everybody here, I would like to stay here a little bit longer.
Me too.
Okay. Belle, would you like to stay here with us, or would you like to leave with the rest of the group?
Well, I don't believe that there's any reason for me to stay here. I don't have anything that I need to, I guess, read up on. So I will wait over by the worm tamer. Hopefully, I can get us a ride.
Okay.
Alright then. Are you all okay with this? With me and Jangle just staying here?
Sure. Though I am curious, what more are you going to research on?
Just some things. I'm sorry, it's nothing serious, just some things that I'm curious about, is all.
Does it pertain to the mission?
Yes. It's important for the mission.
Can I be too?
Actually, Jangle, this might involve you as well.
What? What do you mean?
It's fine, but really, it isn't anything too important. It's just something I was a bit curious about, if that's alright.
Fine. I think I'll go with you to the warm tamer. I'm actually quite curious to meet these warm tamers.
Sure.
What about all of you? Zephra, Sweetie Bird, Elto looks over at Sweetie Bird, just basically looking at the spyglass, and also at Nero.
I'll stay here.
You stay too? What's...
Okay. What about Nero and Sweetie Bird?
Suppose I might as well stick with Jangle. I got no interest in the worm tamer right now.
I'll just stick here.
So Belle and Sora are heading to the Worm Tamer. The rest of you guys are staying at the at this place. Durlek, you have left for an unknown reason.
To walk the town, but I'm looking for an animal tamer, specifically for insects.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
So you guys are. I will do Sora and Belle first.
Also, I think
should
this
let
is
you
the
know I
first time
gotta
that Sora and
leave
Belle
early.
have been alone together like this.
There has been one other time.
Yeah,
There's been one time,
Oh
remember?
yeah, it's been a while since Sora and Belle's
You
been
had
together.
that
This is
moment
actually going to be a
touching
very
on-
nice little thing.
Oh yeah. Thank
very emotional.
I had to leave early though.
That's true.
Okay. So we'll do the library first then. So let's see. Who wants to go first, Elto or Jangle?
I mean, I'm going. Well, yeah, you have to let Elto ask for his books, and I'll ask for a book. Don't ask.
Okay then. Actually, before anything, Jangle, Elto asked Jangle. Jangle, quick reminder. You said you were from a different realm from here, right?
I guess. I didn't know I was until I was told by when did I?
Okay then. He walks up to Elto walks up to Phallus and says, and writes down basically, there are a list of books that I would like to know if you have.
Which?
Okay. How can I phrase this?
Type it.
Okay.
Just type it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna just type it to Michael so it's a little bit more easier.
All right.
Because he is writing it to the guy anyway.
The SpongeBob thing.
That's when people look at our group of us doing that. So they can do it. And
Isn't this? It's only voice recording though.
me?
Oh no, the whole session's only voice recording.
Yeah.
He's always done that.
I know. He's saying so when people see.
No, when the
Oh.
DM's characters see us. Just.
I mean, the only person who's watching is Jonathan.
Can't even see Josh very well. We have like 3 people that he can't see. There you go.
An ocean.
Get like one of the 360 cameras just hanging from the ceiling.
For the
Yeah.
time being, those are the only 3 that I can think of for the time being. Even though I technically have 1 or 2 other ones, Elto technically doesn't know that information yet to ask.
So I'm going to just really quickly make sure that you're not confused.
Okay. Oh, yes, the second one.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, cool. just making sure.
Yeah, honestly, I'm sorry. I forgot there were 2 different ways you can write that word.
Correct.
It's the word die. He spelled D-Y-E by mistake.
Cheese and crackers.
He writes to you. Actually, I'll just write it to you too.
He writes to you. He actually gets out his typewriter.
Yep.
You hear.
Takes that receipt.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in it, actually.
I don't think anybody has a typewriter in this world.
Probably doesn't exist.
I mean, it's not that. It's
There's
not like
artificers.
Yeah.
There should be, in blacksmiths, there should be some way to have typewriters.
Maybe. I mean, this isn't like technologically advanced. It's just a thing throwing ink on something.
I mean, the most technological thing that we know of is basically Durlek has a rifle.
He doesn't have an item.
Oh,
Rifle.
my mistake. I'm
Nice
sorry.
Gun. The nature spirit with a gun.
That is the most ironic thing. Yeah, I have a gun.
Just blasting deer. Nailed
I speak for Mother Earth. Now feel her blast.
I speak for the trees.
it. Shoots him.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they say.
Then takes out an axe.
Blood.
And the tree wants
I
to
just
die.
blast them away. The most curious thing is I have a treasure chest that's full.
Oh,
Things.
jeez.
I know.
She's got, like,
And Durlek doesn't know that.
How do you? Yeah. Keep
you have the bag of holding. You
I know, I have everything.
Oh, you do. Okay.
You have a bunch of potions, fire. And...
There you go.
Oh gosh. He received.
Okay.
So I wonder, when are we going to get a hold of Elto's journal just to read all those juicy secret messages he's typing?
I don't know. I'm not
Oh,
I haven't thought about
jeez.
stealing it yet.
I
Okay,
can
that's gonna be a
bully
little
out
hard
when
because
we find
Elto
it.
is pretty protective of his journal. I will say that much.
I'm certain.
In the forest, I'll steal it.
What?
In the forest, I'll
So
steal
wait
it.
till we're camping in the woods and then take it. You need your cloak of invisibility.
Yeah. I haven't thought about stealing yet, so I can't really do
Team
it.
effort.
Man.
Okay, I browsed just really quickly through the first 2 books to see if there's any information that I'm needing.
You're needing?
Hold on, let me put it. Let me type it down.
Yeah, she went to work at like 4 a.m. and then didn't come back until like 5 p.m.
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Like
That's a
13
good
hours.
shift.
She wasn't working the entire time, but she was hanging out. But she didn't get her nap in today, so.
No.
Okay.
Hell, I'm in the same boat. I didn't get home until 3:40 in the morning.
I basically just skimmed through to see if there's any information regarding that.
I had this special license, so...
Not
Oh,
technically, no. You get the basics of the mechanics of stuff, but you wouldn't be able to like create a prosthetic.
Alright then, I close the books and then just hand them back to Paulus, and I write down, "Thank you very much. Not what I was looking for, but still, thank you for your time and patience, sir."
He nods in waves.
Elto,
Yes, Jangle?
can I use the journal to write something in?
Okay then, but please just don't turn the pages.
Okay.
I give it to Jangle, do you want me to help bring you up to the desk, or do you want to just walk around?
He's sitting on the ground! What are you talking about?
He is in fact sitting on the ground. So.
What are you saying there, Elto?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How to talk to a short person.
Yep.
You still with me this time.
Okay, okay, I just give him the journal, just don't turn the pages, and then that's it. Although, Elto's pretty much like slyly watching Jangle just to make sure he doesn't like turn the pages.
Okay, Jangle.
Alright, so I want to write to the guy. So I want to write, what was it?
I'm there, right?
So you don't again. So you don't have to. You don't have to write to him to speak. You can.
Well,
but
I want to write it so that I don't want people to see
Fair
it
enough.
really.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write. What I'm gonna say. I'm gonna write to him. Do you have any books on demons or anything on the name that has the name Ozroth? And I'm gonna accidentally write Ozroth in Abyssal.
Oh my god.
You write as a what?
I'm gonna accidentally, instead of writing it as Ozroth in common, I'm gonna write it accidentally in Abyssal, because that's how I know his name.
Funny enough that he actually does know Abyssal.
What the fuck?
What? Abyssal?
Abyssal, the language of demons.
Hand reaches sword.
Oh my gosh.
Are you still there?
He's there, but I'm just writing this so they don't see.
Yeah. So, you
So I'm showing him this.
Chill.
He looks at you and shakes his head. No record.
Not on the demons in general?
Only demon Jinn.
Jinn.
Closest Jinn.
Hang on. Read that one.
Okay, I'll take the Jinn.
He grabs a book and hands it to you, and it says it says A Comprehensive Guide to Jinn.
Ooh, you wanna look through me?
Not my jam. Just someone mentioned earlier there's a gin in town and don't make deals with it, and we should know more.
Okay.
If you want to go to the glassware place, then just go for it.
I won't be prepared first.
You're not there though.
She wasn't there.
I know.
She's there.
I'm telling him his action.
You read through. It'll be simple enough. So it's literally just like a basic guide to what's going on. Jinn are essentially like the spirits of a different plane, but they seem to be tricksters of sorts. Most of them deal like to make deals and bets, but whether or not they win or lose, they always win simply because they like to bend the rules. Either they bend the rules or they will go with the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law, essentially. So if you say give up. Essentially, so if you were to win like and be like, hey, I win 5 gold. You don't you do win 5 gold, but your 5 gold is scattered across the plains. You don't know where the 5 gold is. So essentially in that sense. So they completed their contract, but they make sure it's in. Especially if you do win, that you are that you don't fully win. You are troubled in any way.
Essentially,
that's pretty much it. It essentially just says how tricky they are, and if you were to deal with one, that you must either never take their deal or be very cautious in how you make the deal.
Or something that won't hurt you in the end.
And how is Jinn spelled?
Jhinn.
Jhinn.
Oh, DJHINN.
There
Yeah,
we go.
DG, yeah.
That's the Jinn I know. The
Yeah.
Jinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, there you go.
He grabs the book and places it on top of another tower. Anything else?
Oh, I want to ask the guy if he has any books on where to find elven settlements.
Uh-huh.
Am not map maker, only record keeper.
Wait, is Zephra saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
He has to write it. Am I giving him the journal?
No.
Oh, he's just saying it out loud.
He hands you a single book.
Ooh.
If you want to hear it, by the way, you have an entire tube full of like paper and stuff.
So, what are you looking for specifically?
Where elves are known to
High elf. So this book kind of.
be. Yeah. Wood elves.
Okay. Specifically, so it will say like it'll break it down into multiple parts. But high elves are typically in higher society. They usually create their own cities and make their own areas. Typically they're and it gives a couple examples. One happens to be of Sylvan. Wood elves typically like to keep to the woodlands. Sometimes making settlements for themselves in these woods. Sometimes they go on with the Druid enclave as well to be in a larger grove or a larger area, but typically like to keep themselves. Sometimes they are it seems to be hidden by magical means, and then there are the drow or the darker elves or under elf as they're sometimes called. Known to be in Underdark cities, as well as scattered in small villages in the Underdark. Mostly not known to come to the surface.
Okay. I'll just keep the book.
Cool. Anything else to anyone else?
I gotta give Elto his thing back.
Okay. You give
thank you, Jangle.
you give the thing back too.
And how many pages did you turn?
Actually, if anything, I look over at what Jangle wrote because I am curious. What is this?
Oh shoot, I forgot. It's nothing really. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a demon. That's what it is.
I immediately take my pencil and start like writing out the name.
Yeah, of course you do.
Fair enough.
He's not a nice guy.
Thank you. You didn't curse my journal, did you? This is actually something important to me.
I don't think so. Could
Did
I?
he ask if you cursed it?
Yes, he did.
I know what I was about saying in that journal. Would I curse it?
No.
No. Although speaking the demon's name out loud is generally a bad idea.
Okay
Writing
then.
it, normally not a problem. Although he may be completely aware of your presence now, because you keep saying this damn name!
He's over the Pharaoh and Sam.
They can see through dimensions, you dumbass.
I want him to come to me.
I would. It felt him a lot. If you piss him off enough, he might come after you.
Okay then. Elto pretty much just closes the journal. Alright, should we head over to try and find Corona with Sora and Bell?
I guess.
Corona? No. Coloma, right?
Carnow.
Corona?
Like car and now.
Who
Carnow.
are you talking about there? Who's Coloma?
What?
I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to be.
I thought Elto just said Coloma.
It's pronounced Carnow.
Yeah,
That's the name I'm looking for.
Elto,
He
you
said
curse
something
it,
else.
Colonel?
He doesn't know how to say the name.
Are you trying?
Karnao. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, Karnow.
Is that what you're trying to say?
So
Yeah.
it's
You did not say
basically
that.
car now.
Yeah.
Carnow.
I don't know
Okay,
who
then.
Coloma is.
It's because it's the
Apparently-
end of the name, but
Oh.
the now.
All right. So,
Moving on.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do with
We gonna see Potomac.
I mean, we'll go with Sora first. I
Sora
believe
and Bell.
it was Sora, Bell, and I believe Durlek, or did you stay behind?
He went on his own.
I'm on.
No, he's
right,
solo.
you're on your own. So,
For play date.
all right. So Sora, you and me.
Yeah, you're right.
You head over to, I believe it was Karnow, right?
Again, that's
The word.
Trying to find the Worm Tamer.
Yeah.
the two riz.
You head over to the outskirts of town, and you see a small yellow flag or a large, I guess, a large yellow flag on a pole that's sticking in the sand. At first, you kind of look back left and right and kind of don't understand. You don't see anything specific. And as you're walking out further, one of the townspeople who said, "Hey! Don't walk further than that. Are you looking for a car now?
Yeah.
He'll come to you. He's don't. It's a little dangerous if you walk out there alone without a guide."
Okay. When will he be back?
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
Stomp 3 times, and he'll show up after a few minutes.
Sora looks at Belle with confusion.
Did you just say stomp?
I believe he did.
Oh, it's the dumb
So Sora shrugs and then
summon.
For a few minutes, you just kind of sit there, and and at first you're really confused because you've never thought of that before. But then, after a while, you see a small like lump in the sand dunes in front of you, and then it disappears. First, you're like, "Huh, that was weird," and then you feel a small rise right where your feet's at. And a head pops out.
Oh boy.
Travelers, hello.
Hi.
Yes, you called?
Is this normal for you?
Well, I see you're probably new to the city. He kind of shimmies his way out and gets onto land. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I am Karnal. I am one with the dunes and one with the worms. What can I do for you?
Some friends of ours are hoping to travel to Okulala.
Long travel. Long place. Huh. You require my services, I suppose?
Yes.
Wonderful. Is your party here?
In town. But, yes.
Well, how am I supposed to travel with them if they're not here?
We've just arrived in town and we're still gathering supplies and research, but we at least wanted to meet you first. And, well, I guess, never met a worm tamer before.
Gotcha. Do you have the plant?
No, do not.
It's fine. Don't worry. I have my own. Well, how many?
8.
Yeah, she'll be able to fit that. Yeah, if you he's kind of hesitant to say this. You know what this entails?
I've been told that we will be temporarily eaten by the giant worm, and the plan is to make sure that we are regurgitated.
Oh, good. So, you're comfortable with this?
Not entirely, but there's really no choice in this, so I'm just going to have to deal with it.
Fair enough. Well, once your party is here, make sure that you have... Did you pay?
Not yet. How much?
He kind of looks over at both at you and Belle. Newcomers in town, barely have anything. Adventure?
Yes.
First ride's free, but the next ride is a quarter of whatever treasure that you guys decided to get.
Oh boy.
We have no idea what's waiting for us over in Okulala, so I'll bring it up to the rest of my party and we'll see what they say.
Oh, good. Well, first ride's free. Quarter of the treasure when you get back. If you'll excuse me, I have some things to attend to. Are we finished yet?
I believe so, unless, you have any questions?
How do you breathe down there?
Actually, that is a very good question.
He kind of taps the mask. It's a good filter.
That good?
Well, I mean, would you like to breathe in and smell worm?
No.
Jangle would with a
I just realized. I'm gonna have my fine steed take the form of a camel. It can do that.
Fair enough.
Also, the guy that we're talking to is a tiefling, I assume?
No, actually, it doesn't. But you don't see his horns, so you assume he's not one.
Okay. But he's humanoid.
Yes, humanoid form. Yes.
only sees a head.
Hmm?
There could be like
He's
a
up
crab
there.
under there.
To be fair, he came out.
He climbed out of the sand.
Okay.
He's kind of lanky, but he seems to carry himself well. Well, if that concludes your summon, summon me when you can, or when you need me next. Just stomp 3 times, and I will be there. I will be dealing with the pests.
What pests are you dealing with?
Just something that I've had to deal with for the last month or so now. Don't worry, it's none of your troubles. It's mine.
Okay, good luck, I guess.
All right, and he takes 2 steps away, and almost he does like a swan dive into the sand. At first, you kind of look and you're like, that looks like it's going to hurt, but he completely goes through it. You heard him say something as he entered the ground, but you're not quite sure what he said.
Sora, without looking
If they were there, I'm pretty sure he would have just died.
Was that as strange for you as it was for me?
I have never met another man like that, and I've met many.
I have not met many men in my life, but wow. Okay, should we go back?
Let's. Apparently we need to gather a party.
Yeah. I'm really not looking forward to being eaten by that worm.
You and me both. Durlek.
Remind me not to eat any breakfast.
Alright, you're up.
Walk into town, looking for an animal tamer. Is there anything of the sort? You remember what I mean.
Yeah. There would be, I guess. Well, like, there's one that has a couple things on hand. He has a couple chickens, in a cage. He has some camels on leashes, and a few woodland creature, or not woodland, lamau, woodland in the sands. He has some more like snakes and such in caves and in like cages as well. You assume that he's that he is holding on to most of these animals.
Good day, sir.
What can I do you for?
I see you're an animal keeper of sorts.
Of sorts.
Do you have many insects?
For butchery or for pet?
Pet.
Small or large?
Probably smaller than my hand, or as large as my hand.
What kind insect?
Spider.
Scorpion?
Scorpion could work. Prefer spider.
He takes a look. He goes through into his tent, and he pulls out, or he carries out about 5 different cages. They're all small enclosures, but he puts them down, One holds a desert scorpion.
Nice.
One holds a centipede. One holds a lizard, a small lizard. One holds a rat, like a small desert rat, and one holds a spider.
Nice.
A white. The spider is white in color, and but it is almost laid flat as it in its enclosure.
Like, is it trying to get? Is there sand in its enclosure? It's trying to bury itself.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Nice. Does it have
Oh
any-
no.
I didn't eat that. Maya said he wouldn't. He was like,
Good lord. No name, just insect.
Can it be handled with my hand? I mean,
Unknown. Did not try.
neither the scorpion.
He pulls out some long metal tongs. Dangerous creature. Rather not risk.
Allow me to speak to it.
All right, you're
You
looking
speak
at
to
stupid
animals?
animals.
I can cast it once per day, once per long rest.
You have that thing
without using a spell slot.
but you can still use spells if you really want to.
So, I don't know. Does it have the verbal component? Do you know?
Speak with animals should have a verbal
I
component.
mean, whatever I say, it's going to be in Draconic.
Yeah.
So, tongue of a spider in Draconic.
Mm.
And,
That's Venus.
well, it's not just a spider, but I'm going to pick up the cage. Hello? Can you understand me?
What's its name?
Dante.
Oh, I
I
didn't say that, didn't you?
Ugly beast creature. What?
That's not nice.
This is becoming strays all over again.
What are you asking?
I want to enter a contract with you. I feed you, take care of you, and you will do tasks for me. A bond of sorts.
Why be a slave?
Not slave, a friend.
What's in it for me?
As I've said, you have a new life. You will be provided with everything. Food, shelter.
Be stuck in cage.
I would let you out, so long as you stay with me. You don't have to be in the cage. We can't always speak like this.
Let me out.
Inside.
Let me talk with the other ugly beast, and I will explain. Sir, allow me to let it out now, yes? Should it run off, I'll compensate you, but I can feel something with it.
Inside. Ooh. What? You trying to persuade the dude?
I'm trying to persuade the shopkeep.
He didn't roll the equal one.
Inspection?
I would like to handle it. I must make sure it doesn't bite.
He pulls out a piece of paper and writes down something. Sign name.
What?
Sign name.
Oh, sign name. Okay.
Waiver for in case you hurt
You
or
die.
die. Not my fault.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
You're getting on this dangerous ride. Sign this waiver showing that we are not at fault for your death.
I'm going to speak to the spider once more.
Scorpion?
If I let you out for a while, you will not bite me, you will not run off, yes?
Release me and find out.
Let me check on something.
Do not trust beast.
With my rations, could there be like dried insects of some kind?
Maybe dried meat.
I wouldn't say so. You most of your stuff would be like dried meats, cheeses, like a bread of some
Stuff
sort.
that people want to fucking eat.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I
It's
get
a scorpion,
it.
it might like meat.
No,
Maybe there's a fly
Um,
around.
I know.
Do a survival check for me.
Ooh, alright.
What is it, a scorpion or a spider?
It's a spider.
Oh, then yeah.
Well, I'm speaking with the spider right
Okay,
now,
then,
but
yeah.
technically, I can speak to all the animals.
You don't got food then for a spider.
You said survival, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Another animal had a...
It's another +2. Let's see how I roll. That's a 13.
Let's see how well it hides. As you're kind of looking through your bag, you see a flick of sand. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, alright.
This is gonna be contested.
It's probably gonna win.
I'm gonna use two spiders.
It's gonna be an 11. 8 plus 3, is that 11? Yes.
Natural 20.
Yes.
You dart your hand into the sand to try and grasp at this at the sand flea, and it skips off and buries itself into the sand again.
Of course.
So he opened it already?
No, he was trying to grab a sand flea.
Oh, he's trying to get a bug.
Yes, trying to get a bug for it to eat.
Bugs are slick.
Cannot catch prey.
I don't work with things this small. That's what you're here for.
I work for food.
Yes. You work for companionship.
I have to hunt my own food.
Not all the time.
What good are you, if can't catch food? Must be own predator.
What was that?
Must be own predator.
I am my own predator.
Can't catch prey.
I can catch many things. How did you get caught?
Beast with large trap.
When you're traveling with me and mine, that will not happen.
You say as you're about to go into a giant worm.
The spider doesn't know.
Fair.
You will be let free.
Highs or lows?
Ooh,
Oh boy.
give me lows. How did I do?
You don't know.
Okay.
Fine. Let me come. You let me out.
And I will sign my name, and I will sign Durlek the Guardian. I'll open the cage.
You open the cage, and you dip your hand in. It scuttles out onto your arm and onto your shoulder. It kind of maneuvers around for just a sec, and it stares at you.
How do you feel?
Unsure.
We'll quell that feeling right now. How much for this one?
$7 silver.
I'll slide him 1 gold piece.
He hands you back 3 silver pieces. The sale is done.
A pleasure.
Anything more?
No. I believe I'll be okay.
Good luck with your spider.
Thank you. I will be keeping this cage.
Should you need it, of course.
I'll put it away. Allow us to go.
Right, I almost forgot.
So are you a Beastmaster Ranger or are you just getting a pet?
He's already got a dragon.
It's a little bit of both. I'm not a Beastmaster. I'm a Drakewarden.
Pick a number between 1 and 40.
Oh, son of a sack.
Oh, this is a first.
1 in 40?
I'm going to sleep.
What?
25.
He's just going to sleep.
Okay.
How did I do?
I think the spider likes you. My first one.
I thought you would
Okay.
just turn into type.
I thought he was picking the name.
Oh.
Nope.
I like that I can just see everything in the reflection of the window. No.
Lamau. As if you could read this.
Yeah.
I wish.
He's writing it in Hmong.
Now I'm curious what's going on. Hi, Kitty.
What are you doing?
Right now, he's
Good.
trying to use Ashley
Alright.
as a seat cushion.
I'm not him. That's what was happening.
All right.
What?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
They're like.
You
Pay
now.
attention.
Yep. You now have a spider.
I now have a spider.
Cool.
Still sitting on my shoulder?
Yep. Still sitting on your shoulder.
I cannot wait to see how Tenagir reacts to this.
I believe that. Oh, speak with animals lasts for a minute? Let me check it out.
Concentration.
It's done.
It might be 10, you're right.
Hey, Michael, before I have to
Yep.
head out here, because most of the people from the library places are going to
The
Car now?
the worm tamer, yeah.
Oh, no. Ow.
Can Jangle break off for a second and go back to the tailor's?
Sure. What do you need?
And he's just
I
stopping
don't
there.
need to go through a conversation. I just want to buy
That's like
3
the
more masks
most
if possible.
uncomfortable thing you can do.
We do 5 gold for it.
If I go for 3 masks?
Yeah, after going
I'll do
through
it.
and trying to eat my hair.
So,
Your cat's intense.
I'm getting a sneaky feeling that if we fight in the stand, somebody will break a mask and I don't have that happen to my face.
Thank you.
And cast speak with animals as a ritual. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll just have a conversation with the spider. And then, oh, you know what, actually? I just had a thought. Let me go back to the shop, and before I leave, I'll also purchase dead insects or things like that for spider feed.
Okay. You get for 1 silver. You get 1 pound of a spider feed.
All right, cool. Thank you. Now I'll make my way to where is everyone at, and I'll speak with the stone.
I'm gone.
We're headed to the outskirts, to the yellow flag.
Great. I will join you.
Right then.
You all eventually make your way there.
Go
Jangle.
ahead and hide within my armor. something.
Can do. Make new nest.
Fucking hell. God damn it.
You're gonna be real popular with Lilith.
He pops into your bag, and finds himself a little hole.
Great.
You get your masks and then you head back to the party.
Yeah, head back to wherever they're going.
Sure. As for the rest of you guys,
Wait, you went to do what?
he went back to the tailor's and grabbed a mask.
You didn't have a mask?
He grabbed three extra masks. I don't know why, but he did.
They're like in my
Hey,
bag.
everyone's got their secrets. I had my secret with Michael, and Jangles apparently got his secret with the masks.
Anywho,
I'm wearing one. I got.
all of you guys meet up at the yellow flag.
And is Sora and Bell still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Sora and Bell, you see your party approaching. Do you now stomp?
So wait, I thought we were going back to them. I thought we were heading back to town.
You see them come. You see them coming. So you head back essentially to where you are, to where you're at. This was after about 10-15 minutes or so. So it wasn't like immediate.
All right, have we caught them up on everything?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, then yeah, Sora goes.
All right.
What is that for?
Just wait.
You dancing?
After a few minutes,
Nope.
you guys sit there and still kind of wondering what she was stomping her foot for. You feel a little like a movement under the sand beneath your feet, and
What?
out pops a head. Ah, you're back.
Yeah, and we got the rest of our party.
The head kind of like looks around and sees all of you.
What is that?
Help out this time, and she offers her hand.
Nah, I'm good.
What's it look like? Is it human?
It's a humanoid, but you, as far as you can tell, his face is obscured.
Okay.
That is going to be the second
His name.
strangest thing you see today.
Or not?
He kind of pops up and he pops out of the sand and goes, okay,
True, but
everyone ready?
unless it's an evil creature, maybe the worms.
Yes.
As ready as we'll ever be.
He pulls out a pouch and thump. By the way, don't do this without me
What is
or a tamer.
what is the fee?
We went over this already.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Free for now. Quarter of your riches when you whatever you find.
Well, you understand that may be a quarter of zero. We don't even know what we're going to.
Oh, you'll find a way. You're adventurers. He holds up the little sack of what looks to be a water skin, and he with his thumb over the opening, he lets a single drop into the sand,
Oh, that's all it takes.
and he corks it and places it in his bag. You guys might want to stand back.
Sora just immediately starts stepping back.
Yeah,
She's not
Clifton's the
questioning
same thing,
anything.
honestly. He's a little freaked out by what the heck is going on.
I'm gonna run behind Sora.
I know what's happening. I read about it.
After a few minutes, you guys you're worried for a few seconds, but you haven't felt anything before. He then screams out something. Careful! As from behind you, and you feel the wave of motion. You get engulfed by a large creature. This it's completely unavoidable. You can and it feels like a sneak attack. This creature completely engulfs you and him, and drops down into the sand. You are completely engulfed in one single swoop.
Can I get a moment?
Yes. Oh no!
Can I get
Masks on.
a sneak moment to sneak a snowy in
Yes,
on
we
the
have our
creature?
masks on.
This creature is behind you, and it just snuck up on you.
I guess from in the mouth, maybe. I don't know.
You can
I mean,
try.
I can see it.
I mean, I guess you could try.
We never know.
I guess if once the lights come on, I'll try a snowy on him.
We know. I asked.
You know.
I asked when everyone else was there.
No, Sora wasn't there.
Ask what?
About the
I'm just wondering, do we always need the masks on, or is it only? When
Only when you're outside. So,
So he said only when we're outside.
yeah.
Yeah, we're good in here.
yeah.
If you would like to not smell what's happening, it does have a pretty decent filter. So if you want to put on your mask right now, you can do so. But otherwise the only they specifically ask you to put they specifically told you to put your mask on in the sands, especially during the glass winds.
Right. That's the part I thought.
Outside.
The only.
No sand in the
Yeah.
front.
If it's all the time, then great.
Yep.
Yeah. So as soon as this happened, Sora's just said like, "We're in the house."
It's like, oh, don't worry, he knows where to go.
Rain!
It's easy for you to say you do this every day.
Oh, don't worry. He kind of steadies himself and starts climbing onto one of the many teeth that this creature has. He kind of maneuvers his way around, almost like a monkey in the trees, but instead,
See?
yeah.
It's not like pitch black.
Well, with dark vision, you have it.
Well,
So funny enough, in this specific mouth, there are slight torches. But they're not lit with fire. They're lit with the light spell. And they're particularly placed in between the teeth, almost like toothpicks in
So
into.
this guy is known this worm.
Oh yeah, it seems that this worm has been traveled by.
So it's like its territory here.
Yep. And so he seems to be climbing up the areas or the teeth here and there, and then every now and again he'll hold on to a specific spot. He'll just hang there for a minute, and then he'll go. It's right about here, and he'll like tap on the on the side of the creature, and it'll and shift.
We can feel it shift.
Yep.
God.
You guys.
Like, what are we laying on or standing?
You are in its intestinal tract at the moment. Essentially, you feel you're like it is a lot of sand. So there are small like islands of sorts that they're in its belly, but most of all, it's a lot of shifting sand. But there are puddles of would look to be either like some kind of viscous material, and then there are other material like puddles, but you can feel and you can smell and feel something almost acrid about them. So you assume that's probably stomach acid of some sort, and the more viscous stuff is probably some kind of mucus of some sort. You guys are kind of like standing around, and some of you guys are clinging onto whatever you can, grabbing onto the walls of the.
Clinging on.
Like,
Nero.
that's what
Huh? Yeah, sure. Some of you guys are grabbing onto the teeth. Some of you guys are grabbing onto the walls themselves, which are fleshy and almost slimy in nature.
Do you
Yep.
say there was like islands of sand?
Yeah,
Can I just try to be on them, just like in vain, trying to build sandcastles?
sure.
As we do.
Literally, as you get a single bucket down, you're like, yes, it's finally.
I'm gonna grab mucus and try to.
Sure.
Oh, with mucus.
Sora is just like, she's holding onto a tooth. She's like wide-eyed, tense, just like, get me the fuck out of here.
Okay, Elto seeing this, Elto pretty much tries to walk over to Sora. Sora, you okay?
I am inside of a giant worm.
Yep, pretty much.
What about this makes you think I am okay?
This the guy is hanging on by one arm off the tooth above you guys. Yeah, this is pretty fun, isn't it?
Yes!
Yes,
Yes, it is!
I
So what brings you guys down to? So what brings you guys over to Okulala?
You're just hanging on.
We are looking for some place called the Shattered Plains.
I'm just like with my one good arm back.
Good.
Like,
Insane.
I couldn't hear Elto because you guys because there's a lot of talking going on. I'm sorry, Elto, say again.
I said we're looking for the Shattered Plains, but basically rocking back and forth because obviously the worm is moving.
Fair enough. The shattered the what? Is that a new tourist destination?
nah, shattered piece of an extra dimensional dude soul, maybe?
You guys are chasing some weird thing. All right, fair enough. Hey, look, adventurers are adventurers, and I figured you guys would be doing something crazy. But all right.
I mean, we are in a worm, so I think a crazy is justified.
Enough. Oh, hold on. He jumps over onto another tooth and then taps on the onto the walls again, which again causes the worm to shift.
Okay, I had a question for you.
Yes.
Is there any particular spot where shit's just weird?
Good question. I'm going now, guys.
All right, have a good one. Be safe out there.
Drive safe.
Probably the Forgotten. The Forgotten.
Be safe.
Later. The Forgotten Plateau.
What's that?
Not many people go there, and I would say fewer people return, but no one's returned because I don't know, just no one really goes there.
Alright, so the Forgotten Plateau is weird. Any places that look like they're just shattered or exploded?
Yeah, the Forgotten Plateau.
Oh, I just wanted to
Oh, that's
check.
great.
'Cause that sounds, it looks like it's shattered and or exploded and shit gets weird. That sounds exactly like what I'm looking for.
Fair enough. Oh, he says we're here. He pulls up a plant and kind of balls it up. You guys might want to duck. He tosses it. He tosses it downwards, a little further into the throat, and then he shoots at it with with what looks to be a hand crossbow, and it flings further down into this creature's mouth, or into the
compass out.
Oh, you'll see. It gets down. It gets further in and further where you guys can't see where it lands. But all you hear is.
Oh dear.
It comes. You can almost feel the worm itself rising up as it lands down, and all of you guys get spit out amongst more than just yourselves, but some with mucus, some with acid, some with just piles of wet sand. Mostly just you like the odds and ends of some creatures. It's the guide himself gets spit out and he's cackling as he's rolling as he's essentially doing mid-air cartwheels as he flies out.
I want athletics check to be awesome too.
Sure, go ahead and do an acrobatics check.
Fucking advantage, godly power.
Acrobatics it is.
Is there a way I can land to make sure the spider is safe?
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
God damn it. I mean,
I could try. Can I try and just make sure I land on my feet and don't face plant?
Sure. Again, make an acrobat. Anyone who wants to attempt to fix their landing, make a acrobatics check.
13.
Zora's freaking out so much, I don't think she'd have that in mind, so.
Oh man.
19.
Got 4.
Okay, then I would say Elto would. Actually, technically, Elto is near Sora when this happens. Sora, you okay? If anything, Elto tries to see if he can at least help Sora. I don't know, maybe catch her or at least make sure she doesn't land face plant too.
Make a sleight of hand check then.
All right then. Oh, do I have to make an acrobatics and sleight of hand check? Or
Nope, just sleight of hand check because you're not trying to write your own thing. You are attempting to help someone else in midair. However, I would say no, just a sleight of hand check.
Okay, good, because either way, both of them are +4, so. Now let's hope my nat 1 curse does not turn its ugly head. 15 plus 4, 19.
Nice. You grab as you're flying through the air. You're kind of flailing around, and you see Sora kind of just flailing around too. You grab onto her, and as you guys are falling, and you're able to orient yourself enough to where Sora lands on top of you, but you take the brunt of the hit as you guys hit the sand. You take.
I land on top of him?
That's correct.
That's.
You take
What?
4 plus 2 plus 4, so 8.
10.
10 point. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As not only do you get spit out in thrown onto your back, but because of the added weight of another creature,
A 6'6" Dragonborn.
correct, slams essentially into your chest. You take this bludgeoning damage quite heavily. As for the rest of you,
13 acrobatics.
5.
and 19. Nero, you're kind of you see Carnout kind of having fun, and you're like, fuck it, I want to have fun too. And so you start trying to spin as good as he does. You don't quite make it as well as he does, but you're able to kind of do like a tuck and roll and plant yourself on the sand very quite elegantly. You are are easily enough able to hold onto your pack well enough to where the spider isn't jostled, but as you hit the ground, you're able to kind of like to almost stumble across and catch yourself.
I had a better landing at the festival, but it was good.
Yep. You put the pack back on, and
I want to check it first.
Sure.
He's
You
okay.
you open it up, and the spider just kind of looks at you. How was that?
We can't talk anymore.
Oh,
Probably
yes.
been more than 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's probably been more than 10 minutes. Yeah.
Give him a thumbs up.
It kind of chitters at you, and then goes back into underneath underneath one of your journals. As for you.
If all else fails, so maybe like as Sora's getting up, Zephra just lands on the box.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. As Elto's trying to check on you, is like, "Are you okay? Are you okay, Sora?" All you hear is "Ah!" as Zephra just face plants into the sand next to you, and she almost scorpions as she hits the ground.
How about Jangle?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
Okay,
fudge.
so wait a minute, do I have this right? So Sora has landed on Elto. Sora's getting up, and then Zephra just goes and then lands
Yep.
right next to them.
Yep, and literally scorpions as she does so because she tried to roll
Okay, so did she land on her back or
on her face.
Face planted.
She face planted,
Face planted.
but her feet are where her head is because she's yeah. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you exited the worm, and then Jangle, I'll roll for him.
Sora at this point just like she gets up and she like
He's good enough.
lets herself so that she's on her back.
He comes over and he kind of like lands on one foot and ta-da!
Good on you.
Cheese and crackers.
How are you three? Come on, you go. Oh my.
You okay, Elto?
Not the most graceful, aren't you? Carnow now says.
I was just trying to help.
If only the sand had been a woman, his skills would have been better.
Hey, also, as he slowly gets up and just tries to like walk off, he walks over to Zephra. Zephra, you okay?
Think I'm in better shape than you. I say this face down.
Yep. You're still kind of spitting out sand as you're saying this. You're like
holding out a hand just for anyone.
Yeah, if think Elto holds out his hand too because he just wants to go check on her.
Pause it for like a second. Like originally, like what I had in mind, like what I thought you were gonna do, Michael, was that as like Sora was getting up off of like Elto, I thought you were gonna have Zephra come in and slam onto Sora's back.
Nope.
Oh, okay, that actually would have been funny.
That would have been funny. I think it's funny in the fact that it's face planted.
Wait, Sora landed her back or her front on top of Elto?
I face planted.
Oh,
Next to you guys.
Crackers.
Yeah, I
Well,
face
that's
planted
good.
next to you guys.
Wait. Okay, that was good. But wait, does Sora have like spikes on her back or?
Oh wait, you're asking
Oh no.
about Sora?
So you grabbed onto Sora's front. So essentially, what happened was I would say you grabbed onto her side. So because as you landed, her shoulder pushed into your chest.
Okay then. I was just because I was thinking that if it was if her back landed on top of me, then I was thinking that I was gonna get like severe. If it was back or front, okay. The shoulder is actually even worse because I got out by cheese and crackers.
Yeah. The shoulder essentially went to your solar plexus.
Ah, fudge cakes. Yeah, that I've had that before. That sucks.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
The picture that Michael put in the Discord, that you can look at Sora, and those are the actual number of horns that she has. So she has a nose horn and then 4 horns on her head.
Gotcha. Oh, that was actually a lot more different than I was expecting. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
Yeah. So Sora's like on her back,
Yep.
just breathing. Just like taking a moment of just enjoying the stillness and trying to let, just processing.
Cardinal kind of walks past all of you, and he turns around and spinning on where he's at. Welcome to Okulala. And he's standing right behind or right in front of a large pole with a yellow flag on it. That leads into a large orange clay walled city.
So then you will wait for us here?
Well, no, yes, kind of, sort of.
Rather, we just need to stomp 3 times.
Well, you'll eventually summon someone.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
Up you go, one of you.
Well, you'll excuse me. I have to. I am going to go down back into the into the sand. I have some business to attend to. Bye.
Bye.
He jumps back into the sand. Again, speaking something as he gets into the sand.
Sora's just like bracing herself against her knees.
I'm still just laying face down in the dirt.
Sora.
No, I lay face planted. I don't feel like getting up at the moment.
Just give me a minute. That was a lot.
Yeah,
Is
it
there
really
a
was.
bed? Has anybody checked?
I said I feel better than Elto.
Yeah, but you said that while your face is buried in the sand. We might not have heard shit.
That's fair.
Zephra, can you stand?
Like, just thumbs up. And I lay down to still.
One second, I'll be right back.
Take my hand.
Okay, we grab it then.
Okay, up you go. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Sora finally stands up and then just goes.
Sora, if it helps, try to think of something different. Maybe a nice bath or something.
One of these? I got these.
I never want to do that again, but I know I'm going to have to, and I hate it.
As far as I've learned, fate is often a bit cruel. So if you say never or always, it often has the opposite effect.
Oh, let's get back up a very important question. There you are, DM. Hey.
Yes, sir.
How did Bell land?
Wait, Bell has
She
feather
better
fall.
fall.
Bell has feather fall.
Ah.
Oh
She could have extended it to all of us, that bitch.
Oh yeah. Also, how does she respond to Elto grabbing Sora's dragon?
She kind of laughs, if anything. Like she'll in the heat of the moment, she kind of like she activates on herself because she's kind of panicking. So she
That's her, yeah.
so she activates it and she kind of gracefully just kind of like lands and doesn't really like face much, but she sees that that some of you kind of felt pretty hard, and she goes, ooh.
Yeah, and one of them got squished by a dragon.
Yup. It's like, ouch.
Well,
Yes.
Well, Sora, you're not hurt at least, right?
No, I think I'm good.
just take a minute to breathe, and we will continue. Bell,
Yes?
before I forget,
What?
and I'll take off the cloak. Bond with this again.
Right. Whole thing about I have to be the pseudo leader or some shit.
I don't think I've ever heard you curse.
Okay then.
It's a rarity. You won't be hearing it very much.
I like it.
Oh, before we go into the city, one thing. She goes over to Nero. And she sucker punches.
Oh, I'm not letting that happen. You gotta roll.
Oh my god.
That is fair. That is fair.
She did say that she was gonna punch you again when you got to the surface, so.
She did. I don't remember
Great. So
saying that.
Operation Punch the Paladin has been official.
I'm just rolling on D12 randomly. It's not in relation to
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm just realizing this D12 is really shitty, and I should never roll it.
Which is nice.
Man, look stupid. It doesn't want to roll.
Roll the UFO die. No, okay. Well, if you want to. There's a new one, yeah.
Is that a 0 or a 10?
Is that a D20? Is that a
Wait.
Oh,
Is it a D10 and a D12?
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna say if it's a 0, then it's a 10.
I know, but where's the 12? That's not ridiculous. 12?
I didn't Sweetie Land.
You do have it written down?
I'll roll for her.
Oh yeah, sweet bird.
Okay.
She'll probably be like flapping like an actual bird. Oh, that's actually pretty good. She'll be kind of like flapping and.
Alright, 17.
Nope.
Alright, so what happens?
So you yeah you
Can I
you.
use blow on him?
Does that knock his AC down?
I'm not rolling for my AC. My AC is
Yeah,
just my
yeah, his yeah.
No, it's a number of things. Woe and well are a number of things that I can use it for.
I was about to say it's like
my AC, go for it.
yeah. If it affects his AC, then you can do it. But like
Oh. No.
yeah, then yeah. I didn't think so.
I'm not counter rolling.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
just hard to hit.
I was going to say,
I was
like,
wondering why you're rolling. I thought you were doing a contested roll.
No.
I'm just testing dice and realizing
so
that-
as you go over to punch him, you come over and you ting into his chest piece and it. No, not even that. It like your fist collides with the metal of the thing, and you realize this is definitely magic armor because.
Geez, so basically Sora hurt her knuckle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sora, please don't do this right now.
I did say I was gonna punch him once we got to the surface.
Is it my fault you punched my armor?
And did it feel good to punch him?
Would have felt better if it connected with his face.
Then why did you aim for my chest? I am standing still.
We just got out of a worm.
Oh, you might be a little disoriented from the fall. Try again later. You have much better odds.
Can we just not?
I mean, that's fine with me. I didn't ask for it.
But you deserve it.
I lost an arm. Is that not enough?
Stop instigating.
I walk over to Nero. Nero, I know that you lost a lot, or you gave up a lot
Halfway,
when
and did not cause any
fighting
trouble.
that battle.
This is why she wanted to do
But-
this before we got into the city.
I think there's still a lot that you still Or at least a lot of things that Sora still seems to be upset about.
I know it's just strange for me. You might want to try seeing it. It's not like I can sense that shit. I'm blind as hell.
Alright then, I'll speak plainly.
That works.
Nero, how much do you know about Dragonborn culture?
How much am I allowed to know about Dragonborn culture? Hang on, let me think here. Let me get you check. Because, you know, how usually.
You wouldn't know very much, but I mean, go ahead and roll as best you can, because there would be some Dragonborn paladins.
Yeah, like I would at least know who the Dragonborn. That would be a natural 20. I'm sorry.
You've met. I mean, so even with a natural 20, you've known some. You know some of the Dragonborn well enough to at least like you've trained with them, and you know that they're very proud people. And they are also they're very proud, but they're also almost I wouldn't say relentless, but they're very they have high expectations of everything that you do and everything that you would do, especially if you are a Dragonborn. If you are a Dragonborn, then you are held to an even higher standard. They believe themselves to be not better than others, but more that they have the ability to do what must be done. You know that they are that in a sense they are they're almost raised to become warriors, and those who didn't pass the tests per se were relegated to a lower status than those who were warriors.
I understand. I watch Dragon Ball.
But yeah, essentially that.
They're Saiyans. I get it.
I was thinking more like Spartans, but you know.
Oh, that makes sense.
In a fantasy setting, Saiyans seem more in my brain, but same relative thing, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Proud warrior race, all about, honor and doing what's right and all that.
Yep.
Well, now.
Well, Nero?
I don't know about every Dragonborn, but let's say, usually proud warrior types. Got this whole thing about doing what must be done, very relentless and relentless, yeah.
And what do you know of Dragonborns and their clan?
Tradition's very so wildly by clan. Anything I know about the Dragonborn, I meant wouldn't apply to you at all.
Specific? Perhaps I should be more specific. What I mean is, what do you know of Dragonborns and their desire to protect those they consider clan?
It's, I'd say, about as strong as any relatively familiar. It's all one big family to them, so it tends to be like a whole protect your family type thing.
Well, let me put something into perspective for you, Nero.
I don't know. Yeah.
As you know, my home, my clan, was destroyed.
Yep.
But now, whether I like it or not, this group, aside from you, have become clan to me. The reason you are not considered clan is because you keep on putting us in danger. You got us thrown in jail. You made what was that guy's name? Jan?
Yeah.
You antagonized Yan. Put Sweetie Bird in danger. Had Durlek get whipped within an inch of his life. And if that wasn't bad enough, almost got yourself killed within a single stroke.
That's fair.
And then disobeyed a direct order from me and killed 3 innocents. Time and time again, you have put this group, people that I've started to consider clan, family, in danger. My instincts are telling me that I need to kill the one that is putting my clan in danger. And I know that I can't, because that'll make the others angry.
Well, yeah, no matter how that plays out, I kill you, you kill me, no one can.
You keep fucking up.
I mean, not just me, but yeah, my fucking fuck particularly large, yeah.
You don't seem to learn. Even after this particular fuck up, you lost an entire arm, and yet you don't seem regretful. You do not seem remorseful. Hell, you haven't even apologized, not once, for putting any of us in danger. You hadn't changed.
Hang on, who else was in danger because of what happened? You guys were fine. I was the only one in danger then.
She's saying.
In case you forgot, none of you can breathe underwater.
Oh, you had that covered. I just mean no one else's life was on the line because of that mistake but mine.
Yes, but the only reason I was able to get there was I was able to get out of their grasps. Particularly with whatever they had. And to that fact, you decided to swim further from the spell when we obviously know you can tank most damage. And instead, when they told you to stop, when to get away and to run, and just take a hit, which you can obviously survive, you decided to try a magic spell, which you can't use non-lethally.
So, you're starting to see my point of view, Nero? I've been trained practically my entire life to protect and to serve my clan, which was destroyed. Now, I potentially have a new clan, and I'll be damned if it's taken away from me by some paladin moron.
I'm just a moron. The paladin part is nothing. And now you're hissing at me. I don't speak. Whatever. Is she speaking Dragonborn, just hissing at me?
No, she's just.
Okay.
Elto pretty much just grabs Sora and places his hand on her shoulder.
Look, learning and changing your basic personality are different. I will act differently in the future, but I'm not going to be able to change overnight how I walk and talk. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to be standing up straight, saluting yes ma'am, no ma'am. You're not going to see that. But I can make different choices based on my experiences and learn from them. That's just the way everybody is. You're not going to see me make the same mistakes again.
After the actions that you have taken, I'll take your word with a grain of salt.
I feel like you really missed a chance to make a grain of sand pun. I'm sorry, but we're right here in the desert.
Nero, take this seriously. She's speaking words at you and you're very lighthearted about it.
Let me be very clear, Nero. My instincts, every one of them is practically screaming at me to kill the threat to the clan, which is you.
Hang on, is Jangle counted as one of the clan instead of me?
Yes,
Damn.
he does.
He's weird as hell. That's angel.
But he's endearing.
Nero, please don't be rude. If you haven't noticed, we're not exactly a common group amongst each other. We have an elf, a dwarf, a dragonborn, a paladin, a small elf from a different dimension, a kuak, a kenko, and then there's me, a kenku, a fire ganashi.
Don't
Do
forget
you
that
honestly expect us to have so much commonality?
How much do we really count Belle in this?
I count her.
Hang on.
No, I'm asking you.
Paladin is not my race. Do none of you know what I am?
Yes, you've told us you're an angel born.
No. I was human, half human, and the other half is angelic or celestial now. I'm half human, half angel.
Great. Let us move on.
Alright, I just feel like if you wanted By the way, if any of you want to know something about me that might explain my behavior, ask questions. I won't lie to you.
I've asked plenty.
And I didn't lie to you, but you know, if you want more, just ask.
We may talk more at, well...
I got an idea. An idea that can, like, I can say things and you'll believe me. I can zone of truth, and you'll know if I'm lying.
Not a problem with you lying.
No, but then I can make like a genuine, profound promise or statement of future behavior, and you'll know that I am telling the truth. That I mean what I say. If it would make things better. And give more weight to my words.
Jangle, we need your services.
Yeah, I can.
Fine.
Dude, Jangle,
What?
hit us with the zone.
Okay.
No, wait, no, don't get me in it.
No, just me, and then tell them if I resist it or not. I shouldn't.
Okay.
He casts Zone of Truth and places it at the center on you.
Alright, so now ask me what you want to see going forward so I can, have a guide to work off of, because do better is a little generic. I'm not saying I need an exact plan, just, something better than better.
You follow all orders given either by me, Durlek, Elto, Zephra, even Jangle.
Okay, Zephra, I cannot trust everything she says simply because...
Even Zephra.
No, in the heat of battle, her tactical skills are not exactly up there.
Excuse you.
How much experience do you actually have fighting? Other
I'm
than
a
what...
long-distance fighter.
Exactly, I'm up close, so your orders wouldn't really help me there.
And if she has relevant information,
I'll listen to anything anybody has to say, but if she says go left and left is a pit in the ground, I ain't jumping in it.
No one is gonna jump in the pit in the ground.
You would tell me to jump in the pit in the ground in a heartbeat and you know it.
Not in the heat of battle.
If I have to listen to you all the time and I piss you off, you'll say jump in a hole and die.
Nero? Sora,
Why does it
please
seem
continue.
like I'm the bad guy that makes those bad decisions?
Hold on.
Sorry, it's bad example.
how would you even know, how would you deem what is relevant?
I'm just saying blindly following your orders is a bad idea. None of us should blindly follow each other.
Silence, please. Name your terms, please.
I'm willing to stop acting impulsively, meaning I won't just say, oh, bad, dangerous thing, charge, most of the time. If there's an opportunity to wait, I will take it. If there isn't, I'll just do the best I can not to kill whatever I'm looking at, unless it is absolutely no way not evil.
You follow our orders, whether it is me, Durlek, Elto, Zephra, or Jangle. At the very least, you will listen and you will process that information. If you question it, you may be allowed to gather more information, but you will consider that.
I can absolutely, and under oath, promise to take in and consider more information before making decisions. Absolutely. Yes. That one I can agree to.
If me, Durlek, Elto,
You could just say the group. I get who you're talking about.
Well, she's not talking about Sweetie Bird, but anyways, keep going.
Or Bell. Or Bell.
tell
That's
you
true.
to stand down, do nothing. You do so immediately, no questions asked.
I'm fine with being non-aggressive. That's fine. I might put up a shield if someone's trying to kill me, but I can agree not to fight back. I think that's somewhat reasonable.
As you have proven, you have very much armor. Yes, very capable of taking a hit, as Zephra stated.
And if provided enough information, I can come up with a damn good tactical plan.
And it,
Nero, if I may, my race, Fire Ganashi, we are capable of withstanding fire. So technically, I can easily withstand any damage from it. But just because I can withstand it, does that mean that I want to go into the fire? Or that I should go through it without thinking things through first?
I can answer this with explaining something about my order. I've told you I'm a paladin. Let me explain who I'm a paladin of and what that means. Paladins of Qual have one very singular rule. Seek out evil and fight it. That's it. That is our only principle. Everything else is up to us to decide. But our only oath is find it and fight it. That's it.
But I don't think it should be a principle that just always results in your death.
I ain't dead yet.
Or unnecessary violence that puts the rest of us in danger.
That is fair. I am not saying I have not caused problems, but I am not the sole source of our problems. My mistakes are just usually very big.
Also, I don't have a better way to word it, but tense or important situations like conversations with, say, the king, or conversations like with Jan, you do and say nothing.
I understand I messed up with the king, but if any of y'all can tell me that Jan was not royally pissing you off,
He was.
I know.
He was. But.
Yes.
But. Durlek could have talked them down. You drew first and escalated the situation and making it much harder to de-escalate it. Had you not, it could have gone a lot different.
Somebody
Durlek, do you feel different?
I truly believe that man Yan was going to seek someone's blood no matter what.
Perhaps, but we will never know.
Exactly.
Because you drew first.
Did I handle it well? No. But sitting here thinking about the what ifs of a situation that resolved itself is pointless. You recognize your mistakes and you move on.
Resolved itself with Durlek being whipped and you almost dying after not being able to take an insult to your face.
I truly forget if he insulted me. Did he insult me?
He did. And you said, take your best shot, and then he shoved a knife in your neck.
He did take his best shot, and it did not go well for me. I feel like I was immediate karmic balance right there.
Yeah, you fucked around and found out.
Yes, it happens a lot.
So then, you will be more cautious?
As cautious as I can be, yeah.
And not speak or do anything in those situations.
I do have a problem lying when I'm asked direct questions, so, there's that.
You don't have to lie or anything, Nero, but at the very least, try not to tell too much information.
Are you serious, Elto? I'm sorry, but that man got us thrown in jail in front of the king the second time. That wasn't me.
We didn't get thrown in jail the second time.
Oh, really? Wait.
That was you.
Shit, no. God damn it!
That was you again. We are asking for consideration before you decide to do something. You are not the only one here. You are not the only one caught in this.
I'm sorry, caught in what?
Whatever this hell we're in.
Just making sure you weren't referring to a specific event. Sorry. Look, I shouldn't be the one talking to people anyway. That's their next job mostly.
No, that's
so
fair.
then why do you keep piping up?
I gotta ask the direct question and answer.
Well, then perhaps you should ask Durlek, and he will decide if it is a worthy question.
That's fine. I'll send important people his way. He's got the diplomacy know-how anyway.
If you have a question that Durlek is in a conversation with, just say, Durlek, I've got a question. Ask Durlek, and Durlek will decide whether or not it is worth asking.
Okay.
Him asking the question or someone asking him a question?
He will
someone
communicate to Durlek what his question is, and then Durlek will decide whether or not he will ask that question.
That's fine. I have no problem checking my information first. not an issue. That being said, if I don't know, I don't know. Plus, it's entirely possible I can be tricked. I am not the smartest man.
No, you're not.
If I get tricked via someone smarter than me, no getting mad at me for being outwitted. That ain't hard to do. I see you smirking, Zephra. It's a fair. Phil, like turn away.
Nero,
Yes?
it doesn't matter if you're not the smartest, the strongest, or the fastest, or the
Okay,
swiftest.
I only admitted to not being the smartest.
He is
I'm
making
not
an
saying
example.
that,
Let him speak.
Nero. If you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly what I would call a very good speaker with people. Everyone has their weaknesses, and everyone has their flaws.
Yes.
I'm not denying that. But we are a team.
If you're a woman, it's
And
great.
as
If
a
you're anybody
team-
else, you're screwed.
It's important to try and make up for each other's weaknesses.
Yep.
You don't have to be the smartest, just as I don't have to be the best speaker. But it is important that we at least try to make up each other's weaknesses and work together to get through this. We're not asking you to do anything smart, and I don't think the group is asking me to do any negotiating things.
Unless they speak Celestial,
just-
I do speak Celestial.
We just need to trust and work together. That's mainly it.
That's fine. That's understandable. So if we can sum this up in a phrase I can maybe, promise or swear to, that would make things a lot easier because we've covered quite a bit. Also, if you have anything you want to ask me that you don't think I would be honest about, ask it now while the spell is,
Keep it simple then. How
kind
about
of broad so that it can be, adaptable to the very uncertain situations we walk into.
shut up and listen to orders?
I can shut up and listen. Probably. Unless Elto throws one of those bombs that deafens me, then give me a minute.
It's a light bomb.
I thought it was a flashback.
It's a flash. It's a flash bomb. So it flashes your eyeballs. It doesn't flash your ear.
Oh, I should also mention, when I say I'm blind, I'm not joking. I can only see about 5 to 6 inches. Everything after that is just sort of sensing stuff. That's why I don't often see things coming. I'm not trying to jump the gun. I really don't know what's there.
When has that ever been a problem?
Well, you remember when I jumped down the hole and everybody got shot to death in the sewers? I wasn't trying to be stupid. I really didn't know what I was moving forward into. I couldn't see it.
The sewers.
Way back when we first got... Oh, hey! Back when I knocked you out!
Oh, right, yes. I do remember that.
Oh, I wasn't.
And then with the hag when I got mind control, not my fault, that's easily done. I should really find a solution to that. If anyone comes across anything that helps with mind control, please tell me. I really could use help in that department.
Well, I believe I've said my piece. Unless there's anything else.
I do got one thing I gotta ask. I'm gonna need help with something, and you should be fine with this. It'll be great. I need to do some physical training to compensate for my new shift in balance. And I need to swing at someone who isn't made of paper like Elto.
You want me
I'm
to
not
train
made of paper. What? What does that even mean?
You're asking to spar?
Yes.
This is perfect. I have the perfect supplies for this.
You want
Okay.
me to spar with you or train with you?
Well, I'm hoping we can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Say, I've never had somebody telling me what to do in the middle of combat. It's usually figure it out for yourself. So if I spar while somebody else is telling me what to do, then I can hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I can practice my new balance and figure out how quickly I can respond to orders of different complexity.
I'll train you. on one condition.
I've already agreed to a lot. What's the condition on this one?
You do everything I say.
In the training sessions, that totally goes. Yeah, that's the point.
In the training sessions, you do everything I say. Cool with that? Then I agree.
Unless I'm physically incapable of doing it. Yes.
Sora is not so unreasonable. She will work within your limits and perhaps push past others you may have. Yes?
That being said, I did want to ask, would I be swinging at you, or would you be like standing on the sidelines while I swing at something else?
That is where I come in, as I have all this leather that I've picked up a while from Kalnax. Just wrap your sword, or whatever you're going to use in the leather, and you can...
That might be best used in padding for whoever I'm sparring with, and I'm going to pull out Hill and be like, Hill, if I told you to blunt your edge,
You know that, right?
could you do that?
Oh, God.
Turn into a hammer, I
I
suppose.
know.
No, I meant like sword shape, but with no cutting edge for like training, so I didn't kill my opponent.
You realize that weapons are
training
that's
for him.
magically sharpened, correct?
Yeah, go
I
on.
know, but I was just asking if you could. I didn't want to wrap you in leather if I didn't have to.
I don't think I'm able to do that.
Sorry.
Okay, just wanted to check. So yes, we'll need the leather. Sorry, just.
Oh, yes.
Oh, speaking of which, new form, broadsword, please.
Okay. He kind of the sword starts to take a completely different shape and becomes a broadsword instead.
Thank you. Much easier to balance and swing you with double edge than a scimitar. That way I can go both ways.
I'll need some time to come up with a training regimen for you. In the meantime, if you want, you can spar with the Durlek with
Oh, God.
the leather.
I was gonna say, why don't you just wrap? Okay, I know I called you made of tissue paper, Elto, but would you want in on this? Because Durlek probably isn't super built for physical combat.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, would you really want me swinging at you?
And Elto, I was going to find a better time for this.
Don't
but,
underestimate me.
I know, but if we have another option, I think you should take it. Besides, you're more of a ranger, and he's more of a warrior.
Guys, I'm trying to talk to Elto. So Sora says, like, I was trying to find a better time for this, but do you want me to train you a little bit?
I guess that would be fine. I mean, we didn't exactly get to finish our first session properly.
Alright then. I'll come up with a training regimen for both you and Nero. Don't worry. Nero's will be a lot harder. I've got ideas. And she just and Sora just smiles evilly at Nero.
Fuck it.
Sora,
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
It feels like the time for it.
For you, Sora, I need you to roll either a persuasion or a deception check, whichever one applies here.
Okay. I was just
Don't tell us which one. Just do what you're just do what you need.
I think it's just a flat roll.
That's not good, but let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I have a crazy high intimidation score. I should intimidate more people.
Probably. You're a paladin, dude.
And a charisma-based sorcerer too.
Yeah, exactly. You're a paladin in a sorcerer. Your charisma is high. Your
What is your plus to
your
your
persuasion
intimidation?
should be insane.
But since I'm proficient in it, 6. No wait, I'm proficient in animal handling, arcana, religion, and survival. So I only get +3, so it would be a +3.
I have a higher.
Are you proficient in it?
I got a +4. I'm intimidation.
Why do you have?
I was
Okay,
a
question.
soldier.
What exactly is Ashley rolling for?
Backstory that no.
Either persuasion or deception.
Oh right. Anyway, I'm holding on to it. It's a
On
16.
The funniest
no,
thing
that
is
understand,
I
but
don't remember that.
Persuasion or deception for what?
No,
I
that's
just
why you don't
smiled
intimidate, like,
evilly at Nero.
I know.
And so he's doing an insight check.
Alright. So, 16 you said?
Okay.
Hey, your roll?
Jeez.
6.
Okay. So, what was your intention behind that smile?
You got to tell me now.
You can attempt to lie, or you can tell whatever you need.
He did roll higher than whatever if you are deceiving. So you can try to phrase it in a way that it specifically says that you were attempting to lie, or if you were trying to tell the truth, you can you can attempt to say this is what I was trying to get off.
Give me a minute to think about how I'm going to
Portray it.
phrase this.
That's good. I'm not rushing. Check out my new shoes. And by the way, since Zone was active and all that, I don't need to like try and persuade them that I'm straight up with them, right?
Nope.
We're good. Cool.
Nice.
Okay. So Sora's just my intention behind the smile is basically just she's basically imagining putting Nero through the ringer, and she's just very much enjoying that image.
I'm fine with that. I won't be looking for lethal attack.
Alright.
She's restraining her instinct to kill you, and if you are, and since you seem to be genuine about wanting to improve yourself, that's a small point in her favor, but we'll see what happens. So, if you keep fucking up, though, better watch out.
I'm just going this is only going to end up treating the form of my fuck up. It's going to distribute the fuckery onto everyone.
And with that, and the whole intervention coming to a close. Yeah, I mean, it essentially was an intervention.
Yeah.
With that coming to a close, we are going to end tonight's session.
That was like